running laps. Meantime, the Western Bulldogs have recalled Aaron Norton and Cody Waitman as they look to secure a final spot in their clash with North Melbourne tonight. The Roos have brought back George Wardlaw from a hamstring injury. Dogs coach Luke Beveridge says finals has been spoken about this week.
If we win, if we beat North Melbourne, we've met a milestone. You know, at least we've finished in the top 10. We know that. So it is a bit of a different week where there's something a little bit tangible at the end of the game if we can pull it off. Is that a bit more incentive? Probably.
And some tennis around the place. Aussie Daria Kazatkina. She's gone down in a nail-biting 3-set match against the number 2 seed, Elena Rybakina. That's in the second round of the Canadian Open. Maya Joint will play a little bit later this morning, while on the men's side, Alexei Poprin has just got on court in his match. That's against Rafael Collignon. And that's the 5AA Sport.
Thanks, Tom. Now to the 5AA forecast. A possible light shower today. We're heading for a top of 17 degrees. A shower or two tomorrow, 19 the top. A wet weekend in store, showers and 17 on Saturday, 15 degrees and rain forecast for Sunday. Right now, it's 10 degrees on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
Hi, I'm Lynn Andrews. For over 50 years, the Lynn Andrews team have made it easy for landlords to manage residential and commercial property. From single homes to multiple commercial holdings, our passion for property investment means we have a great deal of knowledge. How to do it safely and properly, matching the right tenant with the right property every time. We're here to help you. Visit lynandrews.com.au.
For over 60 years, Australians have chosen FIVEAA motorhomes. Proudly Australian-made and backed by our 5-year warranty, roadside assistance and cap price servicing. FIVEAA, confidence beyond delivery. Visit adelaide.avidarv.com.au.
Got something big to budge? Budget with Budget. Little trucks, big trucks. You can do it all in a budget rental truck. Get exactly what you need and at a great price too. So remember, whatever you've got to budget with a budget rental truck. Budget car and truck rental. Call 13 27 27. That's 13 27 27.
Budget with a budget renter truck. It's quick and cheap. Well, half your luck when you budget with a budget renter truck.
After selling out 4 weeks early, the Home Lottery is back. Get your tickets now for the Hospital Research Foundation Home Lottery. Win the $4 million Scott Salisbury Grand Prize, the perfect single-level family home. Plus, enter thousands of draws for luxury cars, holidays and $1 million cash. Best of all, it's a guaranteed win for your community, supporting life-changing healthcare right here for all South Australians. Get your tickets now at homelottery.com.au. Licence M15011.
From the very beginning, she's been there for you, by your side through thick and thin. You've raised a family together, supported one another's dreams and goals, and when things got tough, you got through it together.
So this anniversary or birthday, express your gratitude with love and a handmade statement jewellery piece from Bell & Brunt, a fifth-generation family-owned custom jeweller with over a century of experience.
It could be a ring, pendant, bracelet or diamond earrings. Bell & Brunt's master artisans make creating something unique for your partner easy, using only the finest natural materials and paying meticulous attention to every detail, showcasing your appreciation and love.
Go on, she deserves it. And don't leave those moments to just any jeweller. Celebrate your partner with something special from Bell & Brunt. Visit their updated studio at 14A James Place in the city or bellandbrunt.com.au. And thank you to Bell & Brunt for their generous $500 donation to the 5AA Undies Drive. It makes a huge difference. Bell & Brunt, crafted for generations.
Looking to hire people who can genuinely add value to your business? At Hunter Careers, you'll work directly with an experienced recruiter with deep Adelaide market knowledge and strong connections. No handballing, no junior recruiters. Just sound advice and a focus on long-term fit. Because some people fill a role, others lift the standard. If the hire really matters, talk to Hunter Careers. huntercareers.com.au.
What are you? I'm an idiot sandwich.
Knock down, build two with Metro Homes. Sell one and move on. Keep the other as an investment. Metro Homes. They do it all for you.
Live from Hindmarsh Square, it's 5AA Breakfast. Real goodings with Stacey Lee.
Right after 6, good morning to you and welcome to Thursday on 5AA Breakfast, the 6th of August. Yesterday, this won't be a surprise to anyone out there, was the coldest day we've had in Adelaide in a year.
Oh.
Yeah. And it doesn't feel any warmer this morning, I can tell you. We'll be chatting with the Weather Bureau very shortly. Things are certainly hotting up for the Undie Drive, though. We have a big morning ahead. Looking forward to hearing how Stacey went corralling State Parliament. We'll do that at some point over the course of the morning. I've no doubt the Challenge Bowl will make an appearance. We've got a stack of donations to get to as well. 5AAUndiedrive.com.au. Going to chat with the CEO of Foodland, Frank Dos Santos, about the wonderful way they contribute with the $2 tokens. So anyone going to buy bread, milk, whatever you're doing at the shops, you can just say, yep, I'll buy a $2 token, and it all goes into the kitty for the Undie Drive, Catherine House and Hutt Streets. And you're going to hear from one of their clients as well over the course of the morning. Lots of Undie Drive fun today. In and around all that, we'll get you covered footy-wise with your tips. Ryan Fitzgerald will be on the show. Matt Abraham to talk all the goings-on in politics. What happened to the federal government's immigration policy that was meant to be announced at the National Press Club?
Yeah.
Just disappeared.
It's gone.
That's bizarre.
It's really bad.
Matt Abraham, I'm sure, will have some thoughts on that. Also, the new boss of the Adelaide Writers' Week, Rosemary Milsom, is the new director. We'll be chatting with her. And, sorry, what happens when a SpaceX rocket crashes into the moon? Well, everyone's interested in finding out, including astrophysicist and cosmologist at the ANU, Brad Tucker, who we'll chat to very shortly. But another big day of Undie Drive fun ahead, Stace.
Yeah.
Fun. We're using the real liberal sort of.
Yeah, it's fun for some. It's. I feel conflicted because I'm extremely embarrassed about being down at Parliament yesterday, but I was also extremely overjoyed to keep rewatching you being an idiot sandwich.
Well, it's been memeified. I've been shamed in impermanence. I think it was Paddy. Was it Paddy who changed our group chat to the I'm an idiot sandwich graphic?
Yep.
To live on in perpetuity now, which is just great. It was on 7 last night, which I didn't know about.
Great.
That was a nice surprise.
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah. I'm still reeling from Chris Jarmer. He looked me in the eye and he looked like he was going to tear my throat out. And then he put my head between 2 slices of bread until I realised what was going on there.
He really came out of the blocks with that, didn't he? It's all over your seasoning. You didn't season the soup
I didn't
properly.
Season it. And I'm thinking, we're having a good time, bit of seasoning. And then the chef mode turned on.
Yeah.
Idiot sandwich.
That was great. Brilliant. Amazing. If you missed it, you need to get onto our social media and have a watch of Will becoming an idiot sandwich.
Yeah, it was appropriate. It was entirely deserved.
I also, if you missed it, we were getting heckled. Well, you were getting heckled from the sidelines by your father. Which
is rich, frankly, because everything I've inherited with regard to my ignorance about cooking I've got from him.
He was literally standing to the side of the 5AA kitchen yelling out heckles at you. I was loving it.
Oh, well, fair. I've always got fond memories. I wonder if anyone's got fond memories of the most basic dish your family ever cooked for you. And I mean this in the sense that my mother is a really good cook, and she'd put all sorts of effort and preparation into cooking meals and so forth every night. But when she was away or she was doing something, or it was Dad's responsibility, and it was always dip in eggs. That's what we were going to get.
Boil an egg.
Yep, that's right. We get an egg. It wasn't boiled to the point, but sort of runny. Take the top off, toast, and I think that was like 20 years worth of meals.
I mean,
what's your simple go-to meal, folks, that you just cook with your eyes closed, or your parents did on days on reflection when you thought they just weren't. That day they were just going for something easy. We'd love to hear from you.
I love that. Toasted sandwiches in my house.
Oh,
just toasties.
Absolutely.
Jaffle.
What was your jaffle?
It's a weird one, but I still love it to this day.
Oh, let me guess. Is it canned spaghetti?
Close. Tinned asparagus and cheese.
Oh, really?
Yeah, can't be fresh asparagus. It's got to be the ones in the tin that are mushy, and a slice of cheese.
That's something.
Your face says it all.
My wife. The reason I said the canned spaghetti, my wife's that was their lazy dinner, was canned spaghetti into the thing. And my Polish mother, the first time she ever saw that being done, just looked at it going, "Sorry, what in the hell is this?"
You can't go wrong with carbs on carbs.
That's a great point. It's delicious. Have you got what's the basic go-to dish, folks? You can cook with your eyes closed, or you fondly remember getting when you were a kid. That's in that sort of vein. 822 300 text us on 0480 08 1395. Andrew's still chuckling about the idiot sandwich.
Fair enough, Andrew. It was so good. He says Will's idiot sandwich moment would have to be right up there, being one of the funniest moments on radio ever. Big call. Like that.
That is a big call. It's too early for this.
Ready?
It's too early for this. And Ned is the chief tormentor this morning.
Why isn't it? Oh, no.
He's
Well
brought the-
done spruiking yesterday, by the way, Ned.
Superb.
Good morning, team.
Morning.
You won in the end, didn't you? I mean, not that anyone was keeping score. I mean, I think you were keeping score, but
Yeah.
you beat Tommy Red in the end,
Yeah,
didn't
it
you?
wasn't about revenue yesterday.
No, it was
just about
Hey,
that one
if you win the
conversion.
World Cup final 1-0-0, you're a World Cup champion.
Well said. I'm not here for that.
Okay.
Team.
All right.
Look at this. I've got this challenge bowl. So the producers have given me this challenge bowl and they've said pick out a random envelope, which I'm now doing.
All right, let's have a look.
Okay.
So is this how it works? You want me to just read it out?
read it out.
Challenge number 6. Port Adelaide embarrassed the Crows in Showdown 60. Today is the Crows' shot at redemption. 5AA football's own Dean Brogan and Matt Crouch will go head-to-head in a kickoff at Norwood Oval from 8:30 this morning. Oh,
Yes.
God. Will.
Yes.
Oh, no. The next bit's going to be interesting. Will Goodings and Ned McHenry to call in on the action.
Oh.
So I think
Look,
we're
from the commentary
Are we
position.
commentating?
So
Oh,
we're going to be down,
goodness.
at least it's a nice warm morning down at the parade it'll be.
How are you going to do that? How's that going to work?
Well, Stacey's a well-accomplished anchor of the program. So
Stacey, you're going to have to hold down the fort.
We're going to be well
I'll hold
serviced.
down the fort
we can
here.
do all sorts of extracurricular things now that we've got Stacey in the studio.
Right. I can hold down the fort here while you guys go and kick a footy. Sounds fair.
Yeah, that sounds fair, doesn't it? So, Brogues v. Matty Crouch.
Yes.
Neither big goal kickers in their careers.
No.
Who just first blush? Dean Brogan was a bit before your time, wasn't he?
Yeah, no, I know Brogues. I think Brogues has the potential to roost one from 45, 50.
Yeah.
Whereas I know Matty well, and his groins are sore. He
So you
played
reckon-
with really sore groins. I think if Brogues is clever, he'll set the cones up about 45 out. He's no chance.
Could be more showdown shame than for the Crows. I'm looking forward to that. We better get on the blower to Matt and Dean Brogan. We need.
Great.
How much money do we need to raise?
$1,000 in the next hour and it gets
Fantastic.
done.
Well, there's nothing better than a bit of Undy Drive
come
showdown. 5AAUndyDrive.com.au. Grab a warm jacket, Ned, and we'll see you down at the parade a little bit later.
Love it.
5AAUndyDrive.com.au. We need $1,000. Get those donations coming in. Could it be redemption? Crows fans really need to do this because we need to win. We just can't. Showdown, frankly, even the first showdown loss was not great. Well, win wasn't great this year. And then the loss was just an embarrassment. So, redemption. 5AA Drive style redemption potentially. Or maybe more misery. Who knows? We'll find out after 8 if we get to $1,000 in the Undy Drive kitty.
And I love that it's at Norwood Oval as well. How
Well,
good.
sort of home ground advantage for the Crows. It's sort of.
But professional. We're not just going down to down to the park. We're
Yeah,
going-
not just some nameless park in the middle of nowhere. Only the best for the 5AA Andy Drive. We could take a quick break. Back in a sec.
The Yamaha Pitman's Marine Mega Sale is happening now. Prices slashed on Yamaha outboards and wave runners. 7 days of mega savings only at Yamaha Pitman's Marine. August 10 to 15. It's time to go mega.
Join me, Leith Forrest, as I chat with some of the biggest names from around the world. Find the Afternoons with Leith Forrest podcast on the 5AA Player app.
Kia, a new breed of hybrid. Meet Kia's turbo hybrid SUV range. The award-winning Sportage, the 7-seat Sorrento, and the leader of the pack, the Carnival Turbo Hybrid. Go beyond fuel savings and experience turbocharged hybrid performance today. Kia, a new breed of hybrid.
Kia, movement that inspires.
How far would you go for your dream kitchen? And how far would you go to get 25% off? How about 15 minutes up the freeway to Balhanna Kitchens by Design? To the largest showroom in the Adelaide Hills. Custom build your dream with our award-winning designers. And get 25% off your cabinets with laminate bench tops. For a limited time, of course. Balhanna Kitchens by Design. It's not too far to go to make your dream a reality. balhannakitchens.com.au.
Building or renovating? Fridge or washer given up? Check out the Harvey Norman Clearance Centre today. 919 Marion Road, Marion. Big brand cooking and laundry appliances, TVs, fridges, washers, dryers, ovens, cooktops, and even the kitchen sink. Factory seconds, ex-display, overstocks, refurbished, carton damage, and new lines. Stock arriving weekly. All stock comes with a manufacturer's warranty. Harvey Norman Clearance Centre, 919 Marion Road, Marion.
Catching up with family and friends at home is always a special time. Make life easy with a welcome hand from your local Barnacle Bill. It's Barnacle Bill for seafood and much, much more.
Do you need a little help to keep living independently? Support at Home helps you stay comfortable, connected and living well, but knowing where to start and access these services can feel overwhelming. Well, that's where ECH can help.
For over 60 years, ECH has been alongside older South Australians with caring, practical advice. Their friendly team can talk you through support at home options, answer your questions and help you understand what's available. Speak with them over the phone or arrange a personal visit, whichever feels right for you.
You don't have to figure it all out on your own. To find out what support at home could mean for you, ask ECH. Call 1300 275 324 or visit ech.asn.au.
Here's a great deal on your tyres. This month at City Discount Tyres, buy any 3 selected Yokohama Blue Earth tyres and get the 4th absolutely free. Engineered for fuel efficiency, a quieter cabin and a safer ride, these tyres work harder so you spend less. More kilometres, more value, more confidence every time you drive. Head to citydiscounttyres.com.au for this deal and more. City Discount Tyres. We're driven by value.
5AA Breakfast is streaming live right now. To watch, simply head to 5AA on Facebook or YouTube. Knock down, build 2 with Metro Homes. Sell one and move on. Keep the other as an investment. Metro Homes. They do it all for you.
Will Goodings with Stacey Lee. This is 5AA Breakfast.
20 after 6, we started the program talking about easy, cheap comfort meals that you can cook at home. There's nothing spectacular about them. They're simple and good, and they require absolutely no effort whatsoever. Sharon has sent through a recipe, and Sharon, I feel like comfortable saying this, having been deigned an idiot sandwich by Chef to the Stars Chris Jarman yesterday. That's not easy. What you've just described there involves sautéing things, steaming things, draining things. There's powders.
I mean, it sounds delicious.
It sounds awesome, but you're obviously quite an accomplished home cook, Sharon.
My definition of easy meal is if it doesn't have to be cooked. Like if I have to get a pan or a pot out of the cupboard, that's hard. That's
a good point.
Yeah, if it's just a toasty machine, jaffle maker, maybe boiling an egg, you could. That's
right.
Yeah, that's all right.
That's right. That's sort of in the realm of simplicity that we're after here.
I mean, Sharon, your tuna Alfredo sauce vegetable pasta sounds yummy with some curry powder in it, but your version of easy is different to ours, I think.
Absolutely. Good on you, Sharon. People in your family are very, very lucky.
I'd like to come over for your easy dinner.
We need $1,000 in the 5AA Andy Drive kitty to get the 5AA Showdown kickoff happening after 8:30 this morning with Matt Crouch and Dean Brogan live on 5AA Breakfast from the parade. But get those donations coming in, 5AAAndyDrive.com.au. One of those curious stories in the news cycle the last 24 hours has been with regard to SpaceX, and it's not about their eye-watering IPO or the revenue figures that came out in the last 2 days. It's in fact about something more tangible, the fact that one of their rockets has slammed right into the moon at a rate of thousands of kilometres an hour, seriously travelling. Dr. Brad Tucker is someone we love to go to with all these sorts of queries from the ANU. He's an astrophysicist and cosmologist. Dr. Tucker, what's the history of man-made things hitting the moon? Have we ever done this before? You know, I mean, when I'm hitting, I don't mean softly landing.
Yeah. So it's happened both intentionally and unintentionally. In fact, there was an experiment a number of years ago called the Lunar Impact Orbiter. And one of the benefits of this is if you crash into the moon and you create a new crater, as this one would have done, you get to see kind of like the fresh soil underneath, right? You know, you think about Earth and the outside of the soil is weathered. That's the same on the moon. So by that experiment, they were able to kind of see, what's underneath the soil. There have been other crashes on the moon. Now, usually these are craft or landers that have tried to land on the moon, and then they did that unsuccessfully. This is a rarer event because this rocket booster was actually supposed to come back to Earth. when they sent it to the moon, it got captured by the moon unexpectedly, or at least unplanned, then got stuck orbiting the moon, and eventually the moon pulled it into it.
Is this going to become more of an issue in terms of, space junk and all the satellites and rockets that we're constantly hearing about? Where are they all going to go?
Yeah, this is a problem. So there's a huge, discussion and effort on trying to limit these impacts because, the old adage of what goes up must come down is very true. Doesn't necessarily mean it comes down on Earth. It could come down on, in this case, the moon. So we are seeing a lot of this stuff, obviously hit the Earth, come back to Earth. There's been a number of events where space debris has landed and impacted Earth as well. So there's a lot of effort into trying to make things as reusable as possible. That's not only cost effective, but it limits these issues, but also regulation on preventing situations like this, because there is no kind of consequences. There is no issue with this because there's no regulation that says you, I guess, can't crash your rocket into the moon.
Well, you mentioned and I've read about this. The scientists are intrigued to see what is unearthed when they get a chance to see the crater or the dust that gets kicked up. What intrigue remains about what might lie beneath the surface on the moon? I know we've been excited about water on the poles and so forth, but what about sort of surface level there? What would we hope to find?
Yeah, so one of the big ones is exactly trying to get better measurements of the quantities of water. So we do know that there's ice at least contained around the soil. Kind of think of it as almost, we think of the moon as very dry, but you could think of it as a little bit more muddy-like. So when you get a new crater, that kind of tells you, all right, how much is contained underneath the surface that is not exposed or, say, evaporated or taken back by the sun, so that you can help plan some of those quantities so that when people are on the moon potentially digging, they have better estimates.
Is there a chance that this could impact the moon's orbit, or does it have to be pretty strong for that to happen, I imagine?
Yeah. So this is, a good part of the accident, if you want to say it that way. This is a relatively small, relatively low impact. So there's going to be, other than a new scar, essentially, there's going to be now a new crater that could be named. I guess it's the Elon Musk Oops crater or something like that. This is just going to be a new feature. It doesn't, change its orbit. It doesn't change its course. It doesn't have any effect on the Earth. So we're lucky. But, the issue is, as, this was what you were highlighting before, Stacey, as we start sending more and more of these things up, space has been for the longest time kind of the, she'll be all right. It'll be fine. At some point, stuff won't be fine. And we are seeing cases where stuff isn't fine. And that's the issue.
Fascinating. Dr. Tucker, as always, really appreciate your time.
Thanks.
And you, astrophysicist and cosmologist, Dr. Brad Tucker. I love talking to him about space stuff.
I know, me too.
He can answer every question. He sounds so enthusiastic about it too. He's fantastic.
It's I love space stories.
Yeah.
It is going to become a huge issue. Every man and his dog wants to launch a satellite.
Well, they're industries. It's genuine industry that has commercial returns.
Yep.
SpaceX, the most valuable company on Earth when it floated a while ago. That's because people aren't doing that because just think Elon Musk is cool. They see a chance to make money out of it. 10.1 degrees outside in the city at the moment, which is notable because outside of Queensland and the NT, we're actually the warmest place in Australia right now. Yeah, I know.
I wasn't expecting you to say warm.
Warmer than Melbourne, warmer than Hobart, Canberra and Perth.
Wow.
10.1. No one else is in double digits. 0 to 1 millimetres of rain today, so maybe a little bit of a drizzle. Potentially more tomorrow, but that'll be later in the day. Top of 19, so we might actually get a nice morning tomorrow. Saturday, 17, 2 to 9 millimetres of rain, so that'll be some decent showers. Sunday, though, how about this? 15 to 30 millimetres of rain. 15 degrees. Guess where I'll be? Out watching the hockey on Sunday. That's going to be fantastic.
Oh, no.
And early part of next week, there's lots of rain forecast. So from really Saturday onwards through to the middle of next week, we could get some really decent downpours, but we'll talk with the Bureau and get more on that very shortly. Tom Rand in the 5AA Breakfast Studio. Get to Agostina Mitsubishi, Nailsworth and Mawson Lakes for the Outlander ES drive away from just $39,990. Our listeners loved your spruiking skills yesterday, Rennie. A lot of people just heard a professional.
No, Ned had me covered. Ned got the socks. He got the chocolates. So I was very fun about that.
I think that's generous of you. Didn't someone just come up and want to buy socks and had to pick who Tobiah?
That's it. And they went with the one with the lovely, luscious hair, and it was Ned. Hey, interesting story. Front page of the Advertiser today. I think this will have ramifications throughout the day. I think it'll be the biggest story of the day, footy-wise. A Victorian club, it's been revealed a couple of years ago, had a player sign away essentially their legal rights pertaining to concussion. They'd had a history of concussion. This story raised a lot of issues. I was talking with the boys just a little bit earlier, not least of which, what was the club thinking? The player clearly in a vulnerable state, is suffering these multiple repeat concussions, desperate to play. Are you exploiting a player? Who's representing him?
You are absolutely exploiting a player.
100%. And players already, there's not a lot of sympathy out there for AFL players, but it's a short career. Yes, they can earn a lot of money, but it is a short career. And once you're mid-30s, you don't really have many options after that. And so it's totally exploiting someone who's got a short work span.
That's right. So that if anything happens, and clearly the club and or the board, who knows who is privy to this information, have signed off on it. They obviously have concerns about this player, so they're like, gee, let's make them sign this now so that we're all okay long term.
Shocking.
So it's got hairs all over it. It doesn't sound like the AFL knew what was going on, but it does make you wonder what is going on, and I think there'll be a fairly wide-ranging investigation with this one.
I would imagine, I don't know when next time they sit down to collectively bargain, but if the AFL doesn't, which they should, the AFLPA, I imagine will come in and say, these need to be outlawed.
Mm-hmm.
You can't waive away your right to your health care.
That's right.
I wonder how many times this has happened. Is this the only one we know about?
Well, it's a great question.
Exactly right. I dare say it wouldn't be the first time. But yeah, that's a big story. So front page, Jay Clark, good story, really good story. A Victorian club, we should say, so it doesn't affect our two South Australian clubs here. But nonetheless, a big yarn within the AFL world this morning.
Good stuff, Rennick.
Good on you. Thanks, guys.
This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
A possible light shower today. We're heading for a top of 17 degrees with the 6:30 news. Good morning. I'm Kate Collins.
Hands you can trust and state-of-the-art facilities. Physio Extra, tailoring care for you. PhysioExtra.com.
Police are calling for witnesses to a crash that injured 3 people at College Park last night. Police and emergency services were called to College Street around 9:45 p.m. after a Tesla sedan crashed into the front fence of a property before rolling and becoming wedged under the veranda of the home. The driver and his 2 passengers were taken to hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The vehicle is expected to be extracted from the property this morning, which will cause minor traffic restrictions in the area. Investigations into the cause of the crash are ongoing. Live Golf will continue for at least another year after the league secured a major backer after months of negotiations. The league confirmed it will run a streamlined circuit next year, which will include its most successful tournament here in Adelaide. The deal is expected to be finalised next month. The federal government claims coal is an unreliable asset and is no longer a baseload power source. Energy Minister Chris Bowen has made the accusation during an address to the National Press Club. Mr Bowen also claims frequent breakdowns at coal-fired power stations are causing power bills to rise. But Shadow Energy Minister Dan Tehan argues coal plays a critical role in the electricity grid.
Chris Bowen doesn't know what he's talking about. I mean, coal is baseload power, and when the wind doesn't blow and the sun doesn't shine and we're not turning wind and solar into electrons, we need that baseload power.
There'll be a national crackdown on e-bikes. The consumer watchdog has been asked to develop a new national safety standard. E-bikes, e-scooters and e-skateboards will all fall under the new rules. A junked SpaceX rocket has crashed into the moon. Dr. Rebecca Allen from the Centre of Astrophysics at Swinburne University of Technology says it's not the first time it's happened.
While the moon is much smaller than Earth, it certainly is big enough to be able to handle these kind of impacts. And because our poor little satellite doesn't have an atmosphere, it's quite used to getting pummeled by debris from space. But what we're normally used to seeing is things like asteroids or little small meteors.
4 men are in hospital following a knife attack in central London's Covent Garden. A 47-year-old woman was arrested at the scene on suspicion of possessing an offensive weapon and assault. Investigators say all 4 victims are being treated in hospital and that the incident was terror-related. An explosive-laden drone has been found at an eastern German airport moments before an identified flying object hit a cargo plane mid-air. The device was spotted close to parked Ukrainian cargo planes at Leipzig Airport, which is used by NATO allies for the transport of military goods. And almost 1 in 3 new cars sold in Australia last month were electric. More than 33,000 EVs were purchased in July, making up around 32% of all new car sales for the month. Now let's take a look at 5AA Sport.
Get to Agostino Mitsubishi, Nailsworth and Mawson Lakes for the Outlander ES. Drive away from just $39,990.
Good morning, Tom Rand.
And a very good morning to you as well, Kate. Adelaide has some big decisions to make ahead of Saturday night's big game at home against Richmond. 6 players were listed as tests for the week, including Sam Berry, James Peatling, Rory Laird and James Borlase. Peatling and Berry both got through last night and looked good, as did Laird, but Borlase was restricted to running laps and looks less likely after suffering some hamstring awareness in the game against Essendon. Well, Josh Fraser has been likened to Sydney Premiership winner Paul Roos. The Carlton interim coach will make a call in the next week or not if he'll apply for the vacant Blues coaching job. Collingwood Premiership winner Mick McGuan telling Sports Today Fraser has found a way to unite the entire playing list.
Josh Fraser's got this temperament to sit down and have similar conversations to revered players but also young players, and he doesn't change his temperament. You see him in the coaching box. He's a bit like a younger version of a Paul Roos in a way. And Paul Roos had that temperament that was sort of relaxed, and maybe that's just allowing the players to play free.
Adelaide will remain...
To kickstart 2027, the legendary Jimmy Barnes is headlining the mighty Sounds by the River, along with an all-star lineup of his great mates, John Stevens, Birds of Tokyo, Eskimo Joe, Baby Animals, and more. Manham Golf Club, Saturday, January 9. It's going to be huge. Get your tickets now from soundsbytheriver.com.au.
Introducing Geely Mawson Lakes. Geely is the world's most exciting new automotive brand, bringing advanced technology, outstanding safety and exceptional value. And when it arrives, it matters who you buy it from. At Geely Mawson Lakes, you'll find an experienced team, the right vehicle with the right deal and advice. Backed by a trusted South Australian dealership group, we're proud to bring this new range to Adelaide's north. Geely Mawson Lakes, your new Geely destination. Just a short drive from the city.
Turn up the heat with a Subway 6-inch spicy meal from just $15. Get a new Korean-style barbecue steak sub or peri-peri chicken sub, a drink and a cookie. Subway. Good food, good value. Order yours now. T's and C's apply.
When I was on in the afternoons, my favourite segment of the week was Foodie Friday and getting to taste the amazing food that Chris Jarma cooks. And there is never a dish that Chris was cooking that our friends from Pals didn't have the perfect match for.
They could even match a drink with an idiot sandwich. Powers have always and continue to support all the small local wineries and showing the best the state can produce. And thanks to Powers for their generous $500 donation to the 5AA Andy Drive. Big thanks for your support, you excellent gentlemen at Powers.
Yes, and you have to go and check them out. Say hi to Sam and Jamie when you're there. And if you want to discover some of the rarest and hard-to-find spirits, wines and some great craft beers, you can shop online, but I'd suggest going out there because they really do have every drop that you can think of.
Challenge them.
Yeah.
Be really specific with what you like to drink and then just say, go find it for me. And they will.
They will.
It might come from, Uruguay or something or other, but they'll find it for you.
They will. Or you can head online, powsliquor.com.au.
Pals, you'll find them next to Roulette's Tavern, Kings Road, Parafield.
If you need a window, and not just anything will do, just call Statesman Windows. Factory direct to you.
Statesman Windows, a local homegrown success story, has been serving home renovators and builders right across SA for over 45 years. Their success is built around family and service, consistently providing the highest quality products at real value for money. Call Statesman Windows.
Windows winning where you want them. Windows winning where you want them.
Knock down, build two with Metro Homes. Sell one and move on. Keep the other as an investment. Metro Homes. They do it all for you.
Will Goodings with Stacey Lee. This is 5AA Breakfast.
21 minutes to 7. We need $1,000 in the 5AA Andy Drive kitty for the showdown at the parade after 8:30 this morning. Matt Crouch, Dean Brogan in a goal kicking competition. Ned McHenry's intel was good on this. He said if the cones are 40 metres out, Matty's not going to make the distance with his groins these days. So factor that into your thinking. But donate all the same, 5AAAndydrive.com.au. Big thanks to McGain for getting on board. Massive supporters of local over 50 years. McGain Real Estate, McGain Commercial, McGain Property Management, McGain.com.au. Let's do a couple of texts.
Yes, we do have this text message here from Matt. He says, let your listeners know there's a pile up on the Northern Expressway going northbound.
Thank you, Matt.
Okay, there you go. Watch that one. Ben Jordan also on the temperature. He says, yesterday's maximum of 12.8 was the lowest since July 9 last year. However, winter to date has been the warmest since 2005, averaging 16.6. It's 1.1 above average.
Ben Jordan is in his very polite Ben Jordan statistical way telling us all to stop whinging. He's saying, guys, it's not been that bad.
I love that you're the Ben Jordan whisperer now. You've
I know
read
Ben.
between
Ben
the lines.
is the most polite and lovely bloke you ever meet in your life. That's I think he's just giving us all a bit of perspective.
And I'd also want to give a huge shout out to some of our donors nice and early this morning. Andrew in Kersbrook has donated $100. Thank you, Andrew. And as we do, we've always promised to read out your business.
Fantastic.
Yep, they do great work there. Touring Adelaide donated $100. Phil donated $50. Alan and Lynn, $25.
Oh, keep them coming in, folks. It is fantastic. All, of course, for Catherine House in the Hutt Street Centre. You can buy socks at roughsleeper.com.au or, and I love this component of the Undy Drive each and every week, you can go to Foodland and buy a $2 token with your shopping because we want everyone to have that feeling that you've helped out Catherine House and Hutt Street Centre this week. And you go in, you buy your bread, your milk, and a $2 token. And trust us, it all adds up very, very quickly if everyone does that. And we couldn't do it without the support of the wonderful people at Foodland. Franklin Dos Santos joins us from Foodland on 5AA Breakfast. Franklin, just let us start off by saying a big thank you to you guys because you're a big part of this week. And we know Catherine House and Hutt Street Centre really appreciate all that you do as well.
Good morning, Will. Good morning, Stacey, and good morning to all your listeners. And thank you for acknowledging the wonderful retailers and shoppers at our stores. Look, I actually want to kick off this morning by donating $5,000.
Hey! Wow! Franklin, that's amazing.
That's on behalf of all our families who are retailers, across the state, from Ceduna to Peterborough to Bordertown, and then even stores like Pasadena and the Romeos. That $5,000 is a kickoff for this morning. And really the call out is to our shoppers, whether you are shopping across the state, to a simple $2 donation, which is through a token, will add up this week and ensure that we can continue to support Catherine House and the Hutt Street Centre.
That's huge, Franklin. Thank you so much. And you've always been massive supporters of the Undy Drive here on 5AA. So we can't thank you enough. And your store owners, we know they're South Australian family-owned businesses, the mighty South Aussie, and it's great to see them get behind some other community support and initiatives. So, yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Franklin Dos Santos from Foodland.
Wow.
Go in and buy a $2 token, folks. What a lovely and wonderfully generous donation this week with the kitty now ticking over. And in the process, I'm not sure if Franklin realised this or not, that got us to our target for the 5AA Undy Drive showdown after 8:30 today. So we are heading down. Well, I'm going to head down to the parade, Stace, with Ned.
Love that.
And commentate the action of Dean Brogan, Matt Crouch. I hope Matt Crouch is warming up now. We don't want him to get injured in
No,
doing
we need
it.
the stretching.
He's a lovely bloke, Matt. And so's Dean, actually, for that matter.
Sorry, just on that, can I just emphasise again shopping local, how important that is, because you are supporting family businesses. You don't hear Woolies or Coles ringing up the station to donate any money for the Undies Drive. So, get down to your local food.
Yeah. We don't just pay lip service to local business. When you have headquarters here and you have businesses, that they by nature live in our community, so they care about it and they want to look after it. So they're so important to have here and keep here. And, remarkable support. Well said, Stace. Let's talk about the tree martins in Rundle. We talked about John Martins yesterday.
Yeah.
Today it's the tree martins. These poor birds that first came to our attention when they all came to grief hitting into the Apple store window there.
Yeah.
And they'd previously been ushered out. It's probably pulling it a bit more politely than Gráinne Cleary would like, our next guest, about from a lane where people had been eating. And now the council is spending a stack of money trying to fix this problem.
Yeah, over $350,000 responding to, the poor tree martins who you mentioned, Will, were kicked out of Lee Street because those trees were netted because people were dining in Lee Street. I don't know what people expected, that they'd go and find other trees, and those trees happen to be in Rundle Mall. And now ratepayers spend over $350,000 a year responding, cleaning up after them, making sure they're not injuring themselves by flying into, windows in Rundle Mall.
Okay, well, let's start there. We love speaking with Dr. Gráinne Cleary, our bird expert, author of Why Do Birds Sing. I want to ask you this, Dr. Cleary. You're across this story. We've spoken to you about it in the past. If you had $360,000, what would in your pocket, and someone said, Gráinne, help us out with the tree martins, what would you do?
Plant more trees.
Yeah.
and try to relocate the people somewhere else.
Can you net people?
Oh, wouldn't that be brilliant?
So tell us about what do tree martins look for? Are they specific kinds of trees they're particularly attracted to? Sorts of areas? Do they migrate? What? Tell us a bit about the tree martin.
So they do migrate, and more importantly, is they like to come back to the same area, and that's the problem. And if they keep coming back to the same area and we've developed it around them, they need to adapt to what we've done. And that's part of the problem, is that are coming back and they're needing to adapt to the urban area. And they can get startled quite easily. They're gentle little souls. And then, when that happens, they can bash into windows and that. And this is a problem with urban ecology. And it's, about us needing to share our environment with birds. And we're so lucky to have these fantastic birds. And they've been here for bloody longer than we have. So I'm all on the side of the tree martin on this one.
Gráinne, some people say, all right, we netted the trees in Lee Street, they moved to Rundle Mall, let's net those trees because Rundle Mall's not an appropriate place for the birds. What would you say to that?
Yeah, they're just bollocks, because where are the birds going to go? And then you're going to net the other trees. We need to work with this problem here.
Is there anywhere in the world that you're aware of, Dr. Cleary, that does a good job of resolving the issue of birds in urban areas?
In Australia, we're kind of unique because we're the centre of, bird evolution. You're in the country where birds evolved. So we've got challenges with them, like with the cockatoos and that. But that's why we're here. I mean, if you were in Africa and we had the large mammals, you have problems with elephants walking through your garden and that. But here we have the brush turkey doing the same kind of thing. And so it's just kind of just living with them. And we can get really frightened, especially around this bird flu. And there is a chance that these tree martins do go to wetlands and come back to trees, and could there be a spread of bird flu? So it makes us, it's really important to understand them and to be able to work with them, because we can't just kill them. We can't just drive them out of the city by netting all the trees. That's just bloody crazy.
We actually haven't spoke to you since bird flu's become, we're sort of ground zero of bird flu here in South Australia as well. It's potentially devastating, isn't it?
It is. But come out, while I'm talking to you, if there's people out there and we're looking at backyard providing water and bird baths, if you are doing that, keep doing it. Just clean your bird bath. Hygiene around it. Go out there and scrub it with hot water, a bit of detergent, and scrub it well and refill it with water. Don't stop providing water, because it's getting hotter and hotter, and the birds do rely on backyard water. So, the chances of it spreading to things like magpies, your cockatoos, it's not very likely, your wrens. So do keep providing water. Just keep your hygiene up.
Yeah, good point.
Great.
Hey, Dr. Cleary, we love talking to you. You're the best. Thanks for your time.
Look, I love your tree martins. We can solve this problem. Come on now.
Dr. Gráinne Cleary, our resident 5AA breakfast bird expert, author of Why Do Birds Sing, the most passionate advocate for bird life in Australia that you will find.
Mark on the text line says, heck, Dr. Gráinne didn't swear, maybe a first.
Well, as she, and our Irish listeners attest to this, she never swore. FECK, she says, to the Irish people is not a slur, not a cuss word.
FECK.
FECK. Yeah. But yes, sometimes in her most passionate moments, she says things that sound
swearing.
Dumpable. Let's head to the Weather Bureau, and maybe they have been dumped a few times over the journey. Daniel Sherwood-Simpson at the Weather Bureau is on the line. Daniel's our coldest day in over a year yesterday. What's it going to be like today?
Yeah, it was much warmer overnight. Yesterday, getting down to around 4 degrees or so. Today, we only got down to 9.6 overnight, currently seen at 9.8. We could see a little bit of a spot of showers around the lofty ranges today as a weak trough skims across the south of the state, but I think we're going to struggle to see anything in Adelaide. If you do get anything in the lofty ranges, it's probably going to be less than a millimetre, if that. And then really not looking at too much significant weather as we move through the earlier parts of Friday, but as we get into the later parts of Friday, we're going to see a bit of a sort of upper-level tropical moisture start to move over Adelaide, which could lead to some showers overnight Friday into Saturday morning. But the real big system to watch is the cold front that links up with that tropical moisture. That's going to be more coming through on Sunday. So I'd say coming through Adelaide Sunday afternoon, that's when you're going to be seeing your heaviest rainfall, possibly in the later parts of Sunday morning as things come through a bit quicker. So timing is still a little bit uncertain on exactly when, but Sunday's going to be your day for the real hairy weather coming through. Plenty of wind, plenty of rainfall coming down.
Yeah, okay, Daniel, thank you. Daniel Sherwin-Simpson from the Weather Bureau. Keep your eyes on Sunday, folks. I wouldn't plan any outdoor activities for Sunday. All right, let's head to SAPOL. Senior Constable Liam Bennett joins us. Liam, Polair's been up tracking a dangerous driver in the northern suburbs.
Yeah, that's right. I was lucky no one was injured during this incident, but fortunately, our friends at Polair were able to give us a bit of a leg up. It was about 8:30 last night when patrols saw a silver Holden station wagon travelling at excessive speed in the Salisbury area, and the vehicle failed to stop for police. And while patrols didn't pursue, Polair was called in, and the vehicle was tracked as it travelled through Salisbury, Parafield Gardens, and other northern suburbs. Now, during this incident, police will allege that the driver travelled at excessive speeds, including driving on the wrong side of the road and overtaking lines of traffic that placed other road users at risk. Now, we successfully spiked the Holden in Parafield Gardens, and it was at just after 9 o'clock when it came to a stop at the intersection of Heathslip Road at Waterloo Corner. The driver tried to make a run for it, but he was arrested by police a short distance away. A search of his car actually allegedly uncovered a meat cleaver, methamphetamine and illicit mushrooms. He's a 31-year-old Elizabeth Downs man, and he was charged with driving at an extreme speed, failing to stop for police and carrying an offensive weapon.
Wow.
He was refused police bail, and he'll appear in court later today. And just for his time, we gave him a 12-month loss of licence and impounded his car for 28 days.
Interesting. Illicit mushrooms.
Yeah, it's quite a unique one. It's not something we come across every day.
No.
But illegal all the same. Well, yeah, hopefully not.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Let's go to College Park now. A car's gone through a fence and into a house.
Yeah, that's right. Police Emergency Services were called to College Street about 9:45 last night after reports that a Tesla sedan had crashed into the front fence of a property before rolling and coming to a rest under the veranda of their home. Fortunately, no one was sitting out on the veranda having a cup of tea or anything like that. It was the driver, a 47-year-old West Lakes man. His two passengers, including himself, were taken to hospital, fortunately with non-life-threatening injuries. The crash did cause damage, though, to the home's front fence and veranda, and due to the complexities of where the vehicle is positioned, police are going to return to the property this morning in daylight to assist with the safe removal. We just advise motorists that there may be some traffic restrictions while that occurs this morning, so just perhaps keep an eye out for that and avoid the area if that's your route to work. Investigations are continuing into the cause of this crash. We just ask anyone who was a witness or anyone with dash cam or CCTV to come forward to Crime Stoppers.
Doesn't sound like it was in self-driving mode. Liam, just lastly, there was a crash at Norton Summit last night.
Yeah, emergency services were called to Colonial Drive at Norton Summit just before 10:30 last night with reports of a single vehicle crash with a Toyota sedan that lost control and went down an embankment, crashing into a tree and rolling. Now, the driver's a 25-year-old Richmond man. It was him and his two passengers were taken to hospital by ambulance. One of his young passengers was seriously injured and he underwent surgery overnight. Thankfully, though, his condition is not believed to be life-threatening. Investigations into the cause of this crash are also ongoing, and again, we urge anyone who was a witness or anyone with dash cam footage to please contact Crime Stoppers.
All right, thank you, Liam. Senior Constable Liam Bennett. Busy night for SAPOL. Let's check traffic and come back with more in just a moment. Knowles Caravans, custom built and built to last. Salisbury Highway, opposite Mawson Lakes.
Thanks, Will, and morning, Stacey. At Bolivar, horrendous delays with the truck rollover this morning. It's on the north-south motorway near the interchange. Delays back a couple of k's heading outbound. Try and avoid that if you can today. Slow for works at Penfield Gardens, Sleep Road near Thyre Road, and still slow and bumpy for road plates in use at Jeps Cross, Grange Junction Road near Main North Road. Camera, Crittenden Road at Findon. Trade bumper-to-bumper traffic for bumper-to-bumper savings at Audi. With a hand-picked range of exclusive brands, you'll find what you need faster. That's an Audi price. Audi. Good different. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The energy today, the amount of people who've got up before dawn, walking 1 mile in the shoes of someone that has nothing.
Step up to end homelessness. Walk a mile in my boots. Register or donate today.
Right here at Garden Grove. Golden Grove Road, Golden Grove.
Garden Grove, that's the garden. Garden Grove, that's the garden. Garden Grove, the garden that I
Phone
want.
8251 1111 for delivery to all areas. Open 7 days.
Discover the Viking homelands with those who know it best on a captivating 15-day voyage through the Baltic and North Seas with Viking. From the picturesque waterways of Stockholm to the historic harbour of Bergen, each destination offers deep immersion into Nordic culture and history. And for a limited time, book your next ocean voyage and enjoy included economy airfares up to $2,800 per person. Viking, no kids and no casinos. See your Viking travel advisor or visit Viking.com.
As we age, our joints can start to wear out, often becoming sore, stiff and arthritic. Each year, almost 100,000 Australians undergo a hip or knee replacement. But what are the preventative treatments that could delay or even totally avoid the need for replacement surgery?
This is so important, especially at the moment. We know there are so many, the wait list for knee and hip replacements is extremely long. So learn how to avoid it this afternoon at 1:30 on the 5AA Interactive Lounge with Leith Forrest. There will be doctors from SportsMed on air discussing preventative treatments to avoid hip and knee replacement surgery.
And if you'd prefer, they can answer your questions confidentially off air as well.
So catch the 5AA Interactive Lounge with the doctors from SportsMed at 1:30 today with Leith Forrest. Call 8223 0055.
For over 60 years, Australians have chosen FIVEAA motorhomes. Proudly Australian made and backed by our 5-year warranty, roadside assistance and cap price servicing. FIVEAA, confidence beyond delivery. Visit adelaide.avidarv.com.au.
Knock down, build two with Metro Homes. Sell one and move on. Keep the other as an investment. Metro Homes. They do it all for you.
Will Goodings with Stacey Lee. This is 5AA Breakfast.
3 to 7, Thursday morning, penultimate day of the Undie Drive, and things move fast. So we've got the challenge that's coming up a little bit later for the showdown. The challenge ball came out at 6:05 this morning, raised $1,000. Franklin Dos Santos from Foodland tipped in $5,000 into the kitty for the Undie Drive, which means that one's coming up. And we still haven't resolved your challenge, Stacey, where you went to Parliament House.
I thought you were about to say I've got another one.
No. There's no bowl.
Yes,
no dragnet music.
I did go to Parliament House yesterday.
As the speaker. So let's have a look at the resolution of the challenge that came through earlier in the week. Stacey taking over State Parliament.
We're down at Parliament House where I have been set the challenge of being Speaker for the day. Speaker of the House, Nat Cook. Thank you, I think, for allowing me to borrow your chair.
Thank you, Stacey. As you can hear, I need a rest, and Stacey, I've arranged for some apparel for you to wear and a beautiful wig. So you will be getting dressed up and you will be taking the chair for me.
I didn't want to do this stuff. I just wanted to sit in the chair and yell at everyone.
No, sorry. There's more to it than that.
Oh, God, thank you. Oh, here they are. The gown. All right, the wig. How do I look?
Like an old Greek woman.
Tom Koutsantonis, member for West Torrens. Matt Schultz, member for Carville. Thank you.
Thanks, Stacey. I'm going to keep on your good side today, so make sure I can stay in Parliament for the day.
Yeah, you're not used to that.
No, I'm always badly behaved.
All right, let's get this over and done with.
Come on, you got to fight.
No, don't do
Act
this
up against your will.
I don't want this job.
You don't want a driver at extra pay?
Okay, that's the most silly thing about it. I don't. This actually feels pretty good. I like this. Thank you. Oh, they bowed to me. How's this? Order. Take your seats, please. You know what? I'm going to name the member for West Torrens. He's never in here anyway. He always gets kicked out. You're out. I've wanted to do that for a while. And don't come back. Bow. Oh, how good's the bow? Member for Carville, you can stay. Oh, what should be my... Thank you, Speaker. Former Speaker, Nat Cook there. Current Speaker, Stacey Lee. This feels powerful. I like it. It's got a ring to it. What do you think?
You in that wig, Stacey, is absolutely spectacular. That was great watching on the live stream. Thanks to the wonderful Walk a Mile that's happening it's happening tomorrow. You can still register and get along if you'd like to support Hutt Street Centre. A couple of highlights. The wig, obviously. The Tom Koutsatonus describing you as looking like an old Greek woman. A joke that only he could get away with. And then the ease and comfort with which he was named and then removed from the chamber, and it was like any other Tuesday for him. Just nodded his head and off he went about his business.
I quite liked that they bow to you when you sit in that chair.
Yeah,
that felt good.
Don't get used to that.
The top 7 before 7.
The top 7 before 7. Birds inspired by the tree martin. In the 7th spot, the piping shrike. Obviously, a South Australian bird. Number 6, Tony Hawk. The
he's
skater.
Very funny online.
He is.
Follow him on X. He's very funny.
Number 5, Larry Bird, the wonderful Boston Celtic, one of the greatest of all time. These aren't birds.
Put that in.
They're Paddy. These aren't birds. Number 4, Big Bird.
Oh yeah.
Big Bird, technically a bird. I guess we have to pay that. Yeah. That's fair. Number 3, the Adelaide Crows. Feels low. Number 2, Robin Williams. I love Robin Williams. He's a superstar.
Too.
And number 1, Russell Crowe. They're your top 7 birds on this Thursday morning.
FIVEAA Breakfast is streaming live right now. To watch, simply head to FIVEAA on Facebook or YouTube.
Local news and information first. This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
A possible light shower today. We're heading for a top of 17 degrees with the 7 o'clock news. Good morning. I'm Kate Collins.
Hands you can trust and state-of-the-art facilities. Physio Extra, tailoring care for you. PhysioExtra.com.
3 young men are in hospital after their car went down an embankment at Norton Summit. Their Toyota sedan rolled and crashed into a tree down the embankment after the driver lost control in wet conditions. The 25-year-old from Richmond and his 2 passengers, an 18-year-old Basket Range man and a 17-year-old Norton Summit boy, were all taken to hospital by ambulance. The youngest passenger was the most seriously injured and underwent surgery overnight. Investigations into the crash are continuing. A man has been stabbed at a home in Ridgehaven. Police called to investigate a serious assault around 11 p.m. and found the 33-year-old from Dudley Park with stab wounds. He was taken to hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. His attacker has not been found. However, police don't believe the incident is random. The federal opposition claims housing shortages will last another 7 years, even if net overseas migration immediately fell in line with budget forecasts. Home Affairs Minister Tony Burke was due to address migration changes today, but the speech has been postponed due to elements which could not be finalised in time. National Senator Bridget McKenzie says the government needs to take action now.
And what we're seeing here from Tony Burke is that trying to get their own target under control, and that's a target of 2 million new arrivals over 6 years. So we are very, very concerned. We've been saying this for a long time.
It's been revealed Climate Change Minister Chris Bowen slugged taxpayers more than $345,000 flying around the world to promote net zero. He spent an average $7,500 a day on international travel, with a total of 46 days abroad. An explosive-laden drone has been found at an airport cargo hub in Germany, which is used by NATO. Correspondent Gavin Gray has the details.
The device was spotted overnight at the Leipzig-Halle airport by an employee near Ukrainian cargo planes. A robot was deployed to inspect the device and a controlled explosion was carried out. A second unidentified object also collided with a cargo aircraft nearby. The airfield is used by the German military and NATO allies. It's key to the transport of military goods and also serves as a base for Ukraine's Antonov Airlines, which carry most of the country's aerial cargo.
Researchers say there still aren't enough treatments available for children with genetic problems. Genes for Genes Day is highlighting that 1 in 20 Australian children will be diagnosed with a birth defect or genetic condition. Dr Kate Giles from the Children's Medical Research Institute says donation drives like today are crucial for funding new medicines.
And unfortunately, we just don't get enough funding to cover our research from government grants. And so this is a really important way for us to help raise money and keep this research going.
And a microchip has helped a ginger cat named Mufasa to be reunited with its owner after going missing in Melbourne 10 years ago. Mandy Doolan from the Lort Smith Adoption Centre in Melbourne says the owner could not believe it.
I think she was a bit in shock. He was in good conditions, had been living in an industrial area for quite a few years, and she said that he still looked exactly the same.
Now let's take a look at 5AA Sport.
Get to Agostino Mitsubishi, Nailsworth and Mawson Lakes for the Outlander ES. Drive away from just $39,990.
And we've got in microchip too. Good morning, Tom Wren.
Yes, I think to keep me in line, that's a good idea. Kate, we're going to start with some footy. A bombshell report claims an AFL club has struck a secret deal with a player, putting responsibility for future concussions back on the footballer. Eddie Summerfield reports.
A deal was brokered with the Victorian club player who had a concussion history in a bid to exonerate the club and its medical staff from future litigation. Whistleblowers say the secret deal is in breach of AFL rules, as players aren't permitted to have deals with clubs outside of the contract of service lodged with the league. Club sources initially denying any knowledge when quizzed by the Herald Sun. The senior official later backtracked, admitting knowledge of the deal. The AFL did not respond to questions about when it learnt about the agreement or if it was aware of any others.
Meantime, it is selection night for Port Adelaide and the Crows. The Power will have to replace Jack Watkins after he was ruled out with a hamstring injury, while the Crows will wait to see how several players pulled up. That's after last night's main training session. Well, Liv Golf has secured a, quote, lead investor to safeguard its existence until 2030, but the agreement is unlikely to prevent a batch of high-profile players departing by the end of this year. It does mean Adelaide's event looks like it could still go ahead, though, for next year. In cricket, Michael Neese has been ruled out of Australia's series against Bangladesh with a calf injury. The first test begins in Darwin next week. And a soccer player has been killed after he was struck by lightning during a third-tier regional match in Thailand. 12 other players were injured. Kate, that is the 5AA Sport.
Thank you, Tom. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Browse undercover in comfort for your certified pre-owned Toyota at the new Jarvis Toyota, Brighton Road, Somerton Park.
Morning there. Horrendous delays with the truck rollover at Bolivar at the moment. It's on the north-south motorway near the interchange. Huge delays outbound back a couple of k's. Avoid that if you can today. Slow for works at Penfield Gardens, Heasley Road near Thyer Road. Bumpy and busy at Jeps Cross for road plates in use there. Grand Junction Road near Main North Road. And sluggish at Tonsley as you get off the Southern Expressway on South Road, just where the tunnel works are happening. Early morning cameras, Sheoak Road, Blair and Fraser Avenue at Happy Valley. Head to Chemist Warehouse and save more money every year on your regular medication with discounted prescriptions in every store every day. Shop Chemist Warehouse today. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
And now to the 5AA forecast. A possible light shower today. We're heading for a top of 17 degrees. A shower or two tomorrow and 19 the top. A wet weekend in store. Showers and 17 on Saturday, 15 and rain on Sunday. Right now it's 9 degrees on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
Setting the agenda for South Australia. This is 5AA. Always Adelaide.
Knock down, build two with Metro Homes. Sell one and move on. Keep the other as an investment. Metro Homes. They do it all for you.
Will Goodings with Stacey Lee. This is 5AA Breakfast.
8 after 7, Jeff says there was an omission on our top 7 before 7 birds list. The Birdman, Brett Burton, could have made it on there. Jeff, you've nailed that one because Paddy just recoiled in his chair in horror. He knows he's missed an absolute, that's a putt from one foot, a gimme. Jeff, brilliant, thank you. We always love feedback on the 7 before 7 because it allows us to be, by way of our listeners, critical of Paddy. Now, the excellent news in the first hour, if you've just tuned in, is that we've had an absolutely bumper first hour in the Undie Drive. It's the penultimate day. It's getting serious. There's not much more time to get your donations in for Catherine House and Arts Street Centre. $5,000 got put in the kitty by Franklin DeSantos from Foodland, who
Huge.
also are handing over Foodland stores. They're selling $2 tokens that I hope lots of our listeners have been buying when you go to buy your groceries, because they too obviously go in the kitty. That meant that the first challenge of the morning was realised, the challenge to have a showdown at the parade featuring 5AA's own Dean Brogan and Matt Crouch in a goal kicking competition. That's going to happen now. We're going to need $1,000. We got that plus other donations. So we're going to take that's going to happen after 8:30 today. We heard Stacey getting hauled up to be the Speaker of the House just before 7 o'clock as well. That was very funny. A little cameo from Tom Kurtzentonis that was excellent as well. Poor old Nat Cook's voice was gone, so you actually were required.
Yeah,
I thought made an excellent decision to kick the treasurer out of the House. Totally
Wish I
appropriate.
did more with my power. You know, declare Canberra irrelevant and Adelaide the capital. I don't know.
That would have been good. Yeah, secession. Yeah, secession. We could have left the federation.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's within the remit of the Speaker. Maybe you could have put it up high for debate in the list of the order of business for the day.
I have the power to
You could do whatever
that,
the hell you
yeah.
want. Exactly. Also coming up very shortly, Ryan Fitzgerald will talk footy with Fitzy. Then after 7:30, Matt Abraham's going to join us and we'll dissect the spin of the week, determine the biggest louver. Looking forward to this one with Matt. There's lots to talk about. I wonder if he'll be interested in this email that was sent, or maybe it was regular mail that Claire Cutterham sent to a constituent that's featured in the Oz this morning, Stacey.
Yeah, front page of the Oz. It's an exclusive story to them. They have obtained a letter which was written by member for Sturt, Labor member for Sturt, Claire Cutterham. This is about the Labor Party's broken promises to change CGT and negative gearing changes. A constituent wrote her a letter raising concerns, and she responded to that letter about their concerns, and she said, according to the Oz, speaking only for myself, I could see the rationale with respect to negative gearing and CGT reforms for investment properties, but I have difficulty coming to terms with the extension of these changes to other assets for the reasons you identify. I agree with your concerns. Other residents in Sturt have raised these concerns with me, and I've spoken directly to the Treasurer about them.
So Claire Cutterham's mistake has been she's made a totally relevant, poignant and I think logical assessment of the changes. And we said this at the time when the budget came out. If you wanted to disincentivise investors in property to drive down prices and give first home buyers a chance, you can do it by breaking that promise. The rationale was less clear about why you were applying changes to how capital gains tax was applied to people who were selling or starting businesses. It was less clear for people who had put a couple of bucks a month into an ETF or buying shares or investing in local business. Why did we want to disincentivise that? Unclear. She's absolutely right. I guess the point of that article is obviously, well, she's gone against the grain. I say good on her.
Yeah, and I reckon a lot of people would feel that way that you do, Will. They'd say, all right, cool, good on it. You don't have to agree with everything your party does, and good on you for telling your constituents that you don't agree with this part of it.
Do you think, Stacey, the nature of the seat of Sturt is such that, she's playing a very clever local political game because they likely all agree there?
Totally. This is in the inner eastern suburbs of Adelaide, Christopher Pine territory, moderate Liberal territory before she won the seat. So there'd be a lot of Liberal-minded people in that seat, centrists who, care about the economy, who have properties, who have shares, who have exactly what you've suggested, Will, small businesses, who agree with this.
It's still... Sturt would still be in the far out dreams of the coalition. I mean, if you're going to form government, you're going to need to win a seat like Sturt, aren't you? So it's not so safe as that you can just universally toe the party line locally, is it? I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no. I think this is coming from the playbook of the right side of the Labor Party. I think Claire Cutterham's in the Peter Malinauskas camp of the Labor Party. I know she had his support. I know she had Anthony Albanese's support to be the candidate for Sturt when she ran. So I think she's playing that hand and she's doing it pretty well
I wonder if we're starting to see just a little bit of division on the Labor side, where discipline's always been a strength of the Labor Party, but and it's certainly not of their opposition. But we've seen this. Obviously, there's some disquiet about how the budget was handled and ultimately rolled out and applied, and the broken promises and such. Migration. Tony Burke was meant to be delivering a press club address to detail how they were going to curb migration. That got shelved because at cabinet level, someone clearly had some issues with it. We saw at the Labor conference that was pretty well managed, but there were still issues about Israel, Palestine, and how that situation, what the National Party platform is going to be on that.
Yep.
Just a little. Maybe the polls are starting to... AUKUS?
AUKUS seems to be an issue
is a
within the
great
party.
one.
Not necessarily here in South Australia, but around the rest of the country.
Yes.
There's some Labor Party members really concerned about signing up to AUKUS and the nuclear side of things that come with that.
It's funny how poll pressure, some of these things start to eke out the sides once the pressure comes of the national polls that have been pointing against the federal government. That's a fascinating story in the Oz this morning. All right, I knew things were going too well. It's Challenge Bowl time. Sam Daddo in the studio, the chief tormentor for the Undie Drive this year. All right, let's have a look. I've got an envelope. I'm struggling to... I was no origami expert. Here we go. Challenge number 7. We are throwing out the rules.
Great.
It's the first sentence you want to read, isn't it? This is a challenge for Matthew Pantelis.
Oh, okay. I'm on board
Suddenly
now.
we're good with the rules being thrown out. Now, Matthew is well known as being the bus driver in the National Pharmacy's Christmas pageant. So Matt must have the double-decker London bus used in the pageant at Hindmarsh Square tomorrow morning, and Will and Stacey will complete the last hour of the show on board the bus. Okay, this is getting more complicated.
It's gonna be chaos.
And for your once-in-a-lifetime experience, you can donate to buy a ticket for the bus to join us. So our listeners, it sounds like, could join us on the bus.
Oh, wow.
So here's what it says. You need to be at Hindmarsh Square by 7:45 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Okay.
And prove that you've donated $50 to secure your spot on the bus.
All right, so if you donate $50, that'll buy you a seat on the bus.
So I think the easiest way to manage this probably is going to be 5AANDrive.com.au. When you put your name in, put in brackets bus or dash bus or, Stacey bus, $50. So $50 will buy you a ticket, it sounds like, on the pageant bus. I've never been on the pageant bus.
No, not many people have, except Matt Panther. Does he just keep this bus at home?
Well, let's find out.
Does he just have access? Does he have the key to the bus and he can access it whenever he likes?
Let's give Matt. We'll give Matt Pantelis a call. And we can put those questions to him.
Okay,
all right. So we'll give him a call. We'll find out.
Oh, I love this. Come on the bus with us. This is going to be chaos.
I didn't even know you could just organise the pageant bus. I thought it lived in a secret world where all the pageant floats were that only comes out once a year.
Yeah.
What if we break down? So I think we've got. Sam's just told me we've got a mechanic on board. Is that true? There's a mechanic on. There is a mechanic on board. This could be a really fun trip. So we got how many seats? With 30 seats. 30 seats. So the first 30 people who buy a ticket for $50, of course, the money going to Catherine House and Hart Street Centre, simply go to 5AANDrive.com.au. These tickets are going to run out pretty quickly, I reckon.
Put bus next to your name.
Put bus next to your name so we know to contact you to get you on the bus tomorrow morning. That's tremendous. All right, we're still waiting to get hold of
That'll be a whole heap of fun. This could go terribly wrong as well, by the way. An hour on radio on a bus.
On a bus with our listeners.
At peak hour time as well. We
in
could
Adelaide.
Get stuck.
Road rage. Wonder what Pants' demeanour's like driving the bus.
What's their name? Extinction Rebellion listening. Please don't hang off a bridge tomorrow. We don't want to get stuck anywhere.
Maybe good. I think a bus full of 5AA listeners might have that situation sorted out really quickly. This is it. Hey, about this. Rod Webster, our good mate from Louver House, has called in. Rod, you're too early, mate. We thought your segment with Matt Abrahams after 7:30. Good morning.
Good morning. How are we, Stacey? How are we, Will?
Good, Rod.
Good, Rod. Nice to chat with you, mate. This is good Louver weather at the moment.
Mate, it's freezing, but people are still able to sit out under it and enjoy their lifestyle. I got up rather early this morning and it was freezing cold, and I was thinking of last week where we had a power failure at home, and we were sitting at 8 o'clock at night in full tracksuits, jackets, rugs, couldn't even boil a kettle to get a hot water bottle. It was freezing cold, and here I am inside a house.
Fantastic.
And I thought about the Hutt Street coming up this week and the people, and as you've known, Will, we've supported Hutt Street for several years.
Absolutely.
With various projects, and Chris and his team do a fantastic job. And we always ring up and donate, and we'd like to throw another $2,000 at it this year.
Oh, Rod, that's unbelievable. You're so generous, Rod.
No, it's my pleasure. And we just ask the listeners, because you've got a really good listening audience. You have had for years. You've been number one and everything in the marketplace with what you do. And now you've even got good-looking talent on the show with Stacey.
Oh, thank you, Rod. Oh, sorry. Okay.
Love your work,
And, and, you know, just if you're laying in your bed now or you just got out of a nice warm shower and you're about to put your fresh jocks or knickers on or whatever, think of these people that don't have it. And as you say, put in 20, put in 30, put in 10. I know it's tough out there for people, but just put in, because, you know, just drive around the streets at night and you'll see someone outside living, and it's not good.
Yeah, no, beautifully said, Rod.
Yeah.
And again, you exemplify the sort of thing Stacey made a great point about in the first hour of the program. Local businesses, run by locals,
Yep.
everything at Luva House, they make it all here. The people are employed to make it.
You can see their factory for yourself.
You can see the factory.
You can see it being made. That's the best thing about it.
Those people care about their community. They want to live in it. They want South Australia to be great. They want Adelaide to be great. They don't want people to be out in the street and homeless. It's so important we look after these businesses. Rod, thank you. Can't thank you enough. $2,000 in the kitty.
What a legend.
For the Undie Drive. Geez, we've had a big morning. We're going to have nearly 10 grand in the kitty this morning before 8 o'clock.
So good.
Hopefully we get some more. We've got 30 seats on the pageant bus. And we got some.
I'm so excited about that.
All you need to do, 5AAAndydrive.com.au, donate $50, put bus next to your name, and be ready to come along 7:45 tomorrow morning. Where you can be on the bus as we present the last hour of the show. We're going to be there with you driving around the city tomorrow. Thankfully, we have the best in-house pageant bus driver known to mankind. Matthew Pantelis has been doing this since before they even thought there was going to be a Christmas pageant. Pants, good morning. This is the job you were born to play. Radio host / pageant bus driver.
There might be something in that, Will, actually, which is a bit sad, isn't it?
Pants, do you just keep the bus at home, or are you allowed to keep the keys to the bus? This is amazing.
I wish I could, Stacey. I'd be driving it to work, but the car park might be a problem. It wouldn't be a double-decker anymore.
How did you start driving the bus in the pageant, Matt?
Well, who hasn't always wanted to be in the pageant, right, as a kid and whatever? And I was talking to Brian. In fact, I was interviewing one weekend, and I said, you got any slots for drivers? And they had one for that year. So I was driving the Mulga Bill float. This is a history of me in the pageant. Yeah. But years ago, it's about 15 years ago. And then the very next year, the bus driver slot opened up. And I said, you know what, I've always wanted to do that. My dad was the driver. He used to drive buses similar to that. Of that make anyway, and I'd love to do that. So they gave me the job.
Sam Dado tells us we have to have a mechanic on board. What should we read into that?
Well, you know what? There's going to be a lot of traffic around and peak hour traffic, but I don't think that'll be the cause of the peak hour traffic. I think the bus will be the cause of peak hour traffic and traffic jams and whatever else. So, look, just in case, I suspect, is the rationale behind that.
Well, Matt, thank you for being part of it and the Undie Drive. It's going to be a real treat for us and our listeners to be on board the pageant, the Ridgy-Didge pageant bus with the Ridgy-Didge pageant bus driver. Thanks,
you beauty. Can't wait.
Yeah, I'm so excited for this. Is it not everyone's dream to be in that pageant bus at some point?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Everyone's what? So I guess we'll all be sitting on the top. Are we sitting on top? Yeah, getting some nods. We're going to be up the top. The best view in the house.
Yeah.
Tour of Adelaide.
Have you ever been on a double-decker bus?
Yes, I have. I've been on a double-decker bus. It's excellent.
I haven't. I'm so excited.
Oh, this is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We're not going to see anything because we're going to be working, but our listeners.
Are we?
Okay, we don't. I guess we can peer out the. Well, they can do some talking too.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't know how it's going to work. We've never done a show on a bus before.
It's going to be chaos.
5AAAndydrive.com.au to secure your seat. Donate $50 and just put bus next to your name, and we'll make sure you get contacted, and we'll get you on the bus raising money for Catherine House and Hutt Street Centre. It'll be a really nice way to round out the Undie Drive tomorrow morning after 8 o'clock. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll turn our attention to footy and spin very shortly. Matt Abraham is in the building, and Ryan Fitzgerald is coming up on the other side of this break. Knowles Caravans make selling easy. They'll buy your van or sell it for you. Salisbury Highway, opposite Mawson Lakes.
Morning there. Still seeing monster delays at Bolivar this morning due to that truck rollover on the north-south motorway. Use the Salisbury Highway to avoid those. Sluggish Brighton Road, Brighton near the Rugby Oval. Very busy this morning. South Road at Mile End and Thebden near the Thebby movie theatre. And speed camera to look out for today, Days Road at Regency Park. Power up Android at Telstra. Discover great deals on the latest Android phones on Australia's best mobile network. Visit Telstra today. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The energy today, the amount of people who got up before dawn, walking 1 mile in the shoes of someone that has nothing.
Step up to end homelessness. Walk a mile in My Boots. Register or donate today.
There's no incentive to take on more. Graham Goodings. These are people with skills and experience sitting on the sidelines because the system punishes them for earning a little bit extra. Weekday mornings from 9 on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
Just call Ken Hall. We'll be there anytime at all. Just call Ken Hall.
Are you warm enough this winter? Getting the best out of your home heating system? Just call Ken. Whether it's gas or electrical, installation or service, Ken is your go-to. Save on your energy bills and make sure your home is safe and warm this winter. Just call Ken, working for you since 1983.
Just call Ken Hall.
Agostino, Mitsubishi, Nailsworth and Mawson Lakes are definitely in the spirit of giving with the Mitsubishi Outlander ES. Drive away from just $39,990. Plus, it comes with a 10-year warranty and 10-year capped price servicing.
And if you've got a roadworthy trade-in, they'll then give you $2,000 off the price. T's and C's apply.
Get into Agostino, Mitsubishi, Nailsworth and Mawson Lakes for Mitsubishi Outlander ES. Drive away from just $39,990.
Turn up the heat with a Subway 6-inch spicy meal from just $15. Get a new Korean-style barbecue steak sub or peri-peri chicken sub, a drink and a cookie. Subway. Good food, good value. Order yours now. T's and C's apply.
Use your outdoor area all year round with Louver House. They're the market leader in transforming your outdoor space into a great entertainment area with an opening and closing roof.
A Louver House roof will let in the perfect combination of airflow and sunlight as you need it. Plus, you can use it night and day with options like LED lighting. When the weather turns, automatic rain sensing technology keeps everything dry and protected.
Do what we did and visit the showroom to see for yourself. Everything is manufactured right here in South Australia from the highest quality materials, and then it's distributed right across Australia by a family-owned and operated business.
And how good's Rod Webster from Louver House donated $2,000 in the Underdrive kitty just a short time ago.
Legend.
Call his team today to organise a free, no obligation design, measure and quote. They'll even come to you. Bring your outdoor area to life with the Louver House. Visit louverhouse.com.au.
Turning 30, 40 or fabulous and 50? Look no further than Roulette's Tavern next to the Parafood Airport Liquor Store. Our function spaces are versatile, comfortable and easily adaptable. The menus are affordable, flexible and delicious. And the good time vibe here is 100% all the way. Make your birthday party planning stress-free and fun-filled. Add Roulette's Tavern to your party planning radar. Perfect parties start here at Roulette's Tavern, next to Powell's on Kings Road, Parafield.
Rosanna Mangiarelli here from 7 News. Join me and Will Goodings for Adelaide's leading news hour, 7 News, tonight at 6 o'clock.
Knock down, build 2 with Metro Homes. Sell one and move on. Keep the other as an investment. Metro Homes. They do it all for you.
Will Goodings with Stacey Lee. This is 5AA Breakfast.
27 after 7. Mike from Rostrever's on the bus with us tomorrow morning. The pageant bus, driven by Matt Pantelis from 7:45am from here in Highmo Square. We're going to do the last hour of the Undie Drive on the bus tomorrow. You can secure your ticket for $50. Just do what Mike did.
And Danielle, she's donated as well. Another $50.
All right, see, they're going to go fast.
Yep, quick.
They're going to go fast.
This has only been 5 minutes and we've already got 2 of the 30 seats taken.
5AAUndiedrive.com.au. Spend $50, or donate $50, should I say. You get a bus ticket if you put bus next to your name after your $50 donation. It's going to fill up really quickly.
Fitzgerald throws his left foot at it. It bounces, a goal! A goal!
Fitzy on 5AA Breakfast.
Cookies.
Walco, the centre of SA's biggest cover-up with their incredibly good-looking Walco mesh pool cover. What's happening with your cookies, Fitzy?
So... you know what, I've just realised the cat's got into the cookies and eaten all the cookies. It'll be just flying somewhere around the house at the moment because they're white choc macadamia, so the cat will be on fire.
Where are your cookies kept?
Oh, it's on the kitchen bench. So overnight, Stace, the cookie must have gone into it.
Oh, no. Good luck with that today. That'll be fun.
Man.
Hey, Fitzy, we've got, obviously, Undie Drive happening here at the moment. We needed $1,000 and ended up raising about $6,000 in the first hour for our own Undie Drive showdown. Matt Crouch v. Dean Brogan goal-kicking competition at the Parade after 8:30. You're our tipping expert. Who do you tip's going to win?
Oh, Brogan's too old. Way too old. Crouchy's Brogues is around my age. Crouchy's a dead-eye left footer. So he would be he's the one to go with there. Back Crouchy without a doubt. Brogues is a ruckman as well. Ruckman can't kick goals.
Ned McHenry told us earlier Crouchy's groins are so cooked, if it's from more than 25 out, he won't make the distance.
His groins are the worst in history, Crouchy. And they get worse as you get up. This is going to be an absolute mess.
Yeah.
This will be geriatric at its best down there.
I'm excited for this now. Fitzy, I just thought this was an excuse the boys were using just to go down and kick a footy for the last hour of the show while I have to do the work back here.
Yeah, partly.
Do you know what? You know what, Stacey? I every now and then I'll have a kick of the footy with my boys. You don't realise, because you haven't kicked the footy for so long, man, you are sore the next day. And you always have that competitive spirit in you that you still I could still kick 50. I could have a crack from 50 for sure. It's just, you can't do it anymore. It's like jumping onto a horse and waking up the next day and your groins are just screaming.
Yeah.
I love that.
Well, that sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun after 8:30 then. I was looking forward to it a little bit. Now I'm looking forward to it a lot.
A lot.
Let's get some tips.
Yes, all right. So you've tipped Crouchy against Brogues. Let's go to the fixture this week, Western Bulldogs and North Melbourne.
Yeah, the Bulldogs will beat North Melbourne.
Okay. Then we've got Brisbane Lions and the Hawks at the Gabba.
This is going to be a great game. The Lions have to bounce back after that bad loss against Carlton last week. At the Gabba, I'm going to go the Lions to beat the Hawks.
Okay. Melbourne and Fremantle?
Yeah, this is, oh God, we've got some good games. This is a really tough one to pick. I'm going to go the Fremantle Dockers to upset the Melbourne at the MCG.
Another tough one? Sydney and Port Adelaide?
Yeah, look, this is the only reason I'm going Sydney is because it's at their home at the SCG, so the Swannies will beat Port.
Geelong and Essendon?
Yeah, Geelong at home, too easy.
Adelaide Crows and Richmond?
Yeah, now we're starting to get some easier games to pick. I'll go the Crows.
GWS and the Suns?
Yeah, that's going to be a good game as well. Suns have to win a game at some stage. But no, I'm going to go the Giants to beat the Suns.
I love that. They've got to win a game. Not this week, though.
No, not this week, no.
The Eagles and Collingwood?
Collingwood will beat the Eagles.
And St Kilda and Carlton?
Yeah, Carlton, they were unbelievable last weekend. And Josh Fraser's, he is coaching for his career. So I will go the Blues to beat the Saints.
Good luck with your cat, Fitzy.
No, I can't find the cat. I can't find it. So, yeah, thank you guys. Have a lovely weekend.
Good on you, Fitzy. Walco, the centre of SA's biggest cover-up with her incredibly good-looking Walco mesh pool cover. Matt Abraham next.
This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
A possible light shower today. We're heading for a top of 17 degrees with the 7:30 news. Good morning, I'm Kate Collins.
Hands you can trust and state-of-the-art facilities. Physio Extra, tailoring care for you. PhysioExtra.com.
3 young men are in hospital after a crash at Norton Summit last night. Senior Constable Liam Bennett says a Toyota sedan lost control on Colonial Drive, went down an embankment and crashed into a tree.
The driver's a 25-year-old Richmond man. It was him and his 2 passengers were taken to hospital by ambulance. One of his young passengers was seriously injured and he underwent surgery overnight. Thankfully, though, his condition is not believed to be life-threatening. Investigations into the cause of this crash are also ongoing.
And a Tesla sedan crashed into a home in College Street at College Park last night. A 47-year-old Westlakes man who was the driver and 2 passengers were all taken to hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, while a 74-year-old woman attempting to do a U-turn at Mitcham lost control of her car and ploughed through a fence and into the veranda of a home in Wellbourne Street. Fortunately, no one was hurt, but she's been fined for driving without proper control. Emergency crews are at the scene of a fire at Evanston South this morning. They were called to Main North Road just after 5:30 after reports of a structure fire. The fire spread to 3 adjoining businesses, causing significant damage. There have been no reported injuries. The federal opposition leader warns housing shortages will last another 7 years, even if net overseas migration immediately fell in line with budget forecasts. Home Affairs Minister Tony Burke cancelled a planned address on migration changes today due to elements which could not be finalised in time. Angus Taylor says current migration levels remain well ahead of new home construction. Officials in Iran have expressed confidence progress is being made in talks with Oman about reopening the Strait of Hormuz. Reports suggest there are only a couple of sticking points remaining in the discussions. United States officials have continued to insist they are involved in the talks as well, suggesting an agreement could be reached before the end of the week. US President Donald Trump optimistic when asked how the situation's going.
We're moving along very nicely. We'll find out. We'll know in 48 hours.
Reopening of the key shipping lane was also a focus when UK Foreign Secretary Ed Miliband met with American counterpart Marco Rubio. The father of an Australian woman killed in the United States believes her children would have a better life if they are allowed to be brought to Australia. 33-year-old Megan Bowler was killed in April. Her husband, Jesse Nicholas Jones, is accused of her murder. The children are currently in the care of their paternal grandparents in the US. Ms Bowler's father, Tony, says they're facing a complex legal battle to bring them here.
We're going to try and be her voice and stand up for what we think is right. And they're so young that we can give them a good opportunity. And my other daughter, Madison, has bravely stepped up and she's going to see if she can raise the children here.
Experts say there's no cause for concern after a disused SpaceX rocket crashed into the moon. Dr. Rebecca Allen from the Centre for Astrophysics at Swinburne University of Technology says space is getting very crowded.
There's thousands and thousands of satellites, even just in our low Earth orbit, which is the closest to our surface. Space is so big, and our satellites are moving so fast. They're moving, thousands of kilometers an hour. So we very carefully plan this so that we don't collide with them.
Authorities are endorsing an overhaul of Breast Screen Australia. The new framework will tailor screening to individual risk factors and use new technologies like AI prediction models and contrast imaging. Experts say the shift from the current age-based model will help detect cancers earlier and save more lives. Now turning to 5AA Sport.
Get to Agostino Mitsubishi, Nailsworth and Mawson Lakes for the Outlander ES. Drive away from just $39,990.
A massive story around this morning in the AFL, Rennie.
Yeah, it's really bubbling along, this one, Kate, and I think it's going to have big ramifications. The AFL dealing with yet another concussion controversy, as you've said. Whistleblowers at a Victorian club claim their team struck a secret deal requiring a player who has suffered multiple concussions to assume all legal responsibility for any further on-field brain trauma. Well, Port Adelaide will name its side tonight to take on Sydney at the SCG. They'll have to make at least one change, with Jack Watkins set to come out of the side due to a hamstring injury. But assistant coach Stuart Jews told Rowan Campo it's unlikely they'll blood another debutant for the game.
Obviously, Jack Watkins had a bit of a hamstring, so we'll have to pick one come into the side, but we don't think that there'll be a debutant at this stage.
Essendon is expected to announce its new coach next week. The club will conduct its final interviews with James Hird, Mark McVeigh, Murray Davis and Jamie Graham in the coming days. Bombers legend Matty Lloyd telling Today, that's Nines Today, a decision will be coming soon.
Expected over the weekend or as early as Monday that Essendon will announce their new coach. And I think Mark McVeigh and James Hird look to be the two favourites right now.
Some good news for golf fans. Live Golf is set to continue for at least another year after the league secured a major backup after months of negotiations. The league confirmed it will run a streamlined circuit next year, which will include its most successful tournament here in Adelaide. The deal is expected to be finalised next month. And a great result for Alexei Popyrin at the Canadian Open this morning. He's just beaten Belgian 32nd seed Rafael Collignon to move into the third round. And that's the 5AA Sport.
Thanks, Rennie. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Browse undercover in comfort for your certified pre-owned Toyota at the new Jarvis Toyota, Brighton Road, Somerton Park.
Morning there. She is a full dog's breakfast at Boulevard this morning. It's due to a nasty truck rollover causing delays on the north-south motorway to the interchange. Delays are about 3 k's long heading outbound. Try using the Salisbury Highway to avoid those if you can today. Busy for works at Penfield, Wommer Road near Arngent Road, slowing up at Plimpton this morning, Cross Road near Maynard Road for works, and early morning Camera Days Road, Regency Park. It's the 40 Winks sleep event of the year. Get up to 50% off mattresses and up to 30% off furniture, plus free local delivery for a limited time only. 40 Winks, serious about sleep. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
And now to the 5AA forecast. A possible light shower for Adelaide today. We're heading for a top of 17 degrees. A shower or two tomorrow and 19. A wet weekend in store. Showers and 17 on Saturday. 15 the top and rain on Sunday. Right now it's 9 degrees on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
Kickstart 2027, the legendary Jimmy Barnes is headlining the mighty Sounds by the River, along with an all-star lineup of his great mates, John Stevens, Birds of Tokyo, Eskimo Joe, Baby Animals, and more. Manham Golf Club, Saturday, January 9. It's going to be huge. Get your tickets now from soundsbytheriver.com.au.
Introducing Geely Mawson Lakes. Geely is the world's most exciting new automotive brand, bringing advanced technology, outstanding safety and exceptional value. And when it arrives, it matters who you buy it from. At Geely Mawson Lakes, you'll find an experienced team, the right vehicle with the right deal and advice. Backed by a trusted South Australian dealership group, we're proud to bring this new range to Adelaide's north. Geely Mawson Lakes, your new Geely destination, just a short drive from the city.
Imagine this. You're driving in heavy rain, visibility is poor, traffic has slowed, and the car behind crashes into you.
Now, imagine that impact leaves you seriously injured, unable to work for weeks, facing medical bills, car repairs, while the other driver blames you. That's what happened to a CLK Legal client.
Thankfully for them, though, CLK Legal stepped in, helped them get the claim accepted, secured lump sum compensation and arranged repairs to his car.
When an accident turns your life upside down, having legal support matters. CLK Legal specialises in personal injury law and acts only for injured people.
If you're injured in a motor vehicle accident, arrange a no-obligation appointment to see what you may be entitled to. Visit clklegal.com.au.
For those whose pool is the main feature of their yard, Walco offer a special mesh cover to keep debris and leaves out while making your pool area look stunning all through winter. Join the great cover-up and ask Walco about their stylish new mesh pool covers. Walco.com.au.
When your work depends on accuracy, the tools matter. For 70 years, General Tools has helped South Australian engineers, machinists and workshops get the right gear for the job. They specialise in new and second-hand metalworking machinery, cutting tools, carbide tooling, measuring equipment, machine tooling accessories, bandsaw blades, vices and cold saws, including trusted brands like Vertex, Winstar, Insize and Michitoyo. Shop in store at Cavan or online at generaltools.com.au.
Is arthritis or chronic pain making everyday life harder? Hydrotherapy can help you move with less discomfort and greater confidence. At Adelaide Active Rehab and Therapy, our warm 34-degree hydrotherapy pools provide a supportive environment where you can exercise with less pressure on painful joints, helping improve strength, mobility and independence. Our experienced clinicians create a personalised program tailored to your goals, helping you get back to doing the things you enjoy. Call Adelaide Active today or visit adelaideactive.com.au.
Knock down, build two with Metro Homes. Sell one and move on. Keep the other as an investment. Metro Homes. They do it all for you.
Will Goodings with Stacey Lee. This is 5AA Breakfast.
18 to 8. The 5AA Breakfast Undie Drive pageant bus is filling up fast. If you've just tuned in, that sentence will make no sense to you whatsoever. But we pulled out the challenge bowl, a challenge for Matthew Pantelis to take up his role as the driver of the Christmas pageant double-decker bus and drive around us, Stacey, and our listeners for the last hour of the program tomorrow. And you can secure a ticket on board by donating $50 at 5AAUndiedrive.com.au and putting bus in your name when you register. don't stress. Matt and others that have donated and then said, I forgot to put bus in. They've texted us separately. We'll get you on the bus. Don't worry about that. But the tickets are filling up fast.
It's filling up fast. We've got Mike, Danielle, Peter and Julie, Scott and Matt so far. So hurry up, get online now, 5AAundydrive.com.au. Donate your $50 and you could be on the bus with us for an hour of chaos, broadcast live to air tomorrow morning.
I was, I'm bugging. This is Democracy Manifest.
They're eating the dogs. I tell you what, any boss who sacks anyone for not turning up today is a bum.
Matt Abraham in the 5AA Breakfast Studio. Enjoy your outdoor area all year round with an opening and closing roof. Designed, manufactured and installed locally by Louver House. I encourage you too to jump on the live stream. Thanks to Walk a Mile, which is on tomorrow morning. Register or donate today, walkamile.org.au. That all goes to That Street Centre. And because Matt Abraham's in the studio and he's brought something in a Hessian sack.
He's got props today.
It's quite concerning.
Yes. Well, good morning, Stacey. Good morning, Will.
Hello.
I thought, I've been thinking about the Women's and Children's Hospital after the fantastic drilling of a hole. A couple of days ago.
Celebration about that.
And Kyan Ma was there as acting premier, and isn't he doing a great job? And Blair Boyer, the health minister, and Kyan said that this hole's been drilled, and then they're going to put concrete into it. And I'm there, wow.
Hey, who thought of that?
For a hospital that is going to go over budget, but we don't know how much by over budget because they haven't finished the design yet. And I thought we could save some money, so I brought in. Have you seen?
Hold it up a bit. So,
I will in a minute. I've just got to get the Hessian sack off it.
He's untying the Hessian sack. This is.
You know when you walked into 5AA with a Hessian sack, someone somewhere put their hand on a red button. Just telling you right now.
What is it?
It's a post hole digger.
There you go.
Oh my God.
Are you donating that to the Women's and Children's Hospital bill?
Are you kidding? No, I use this.
They might buy that off you for $1 million.
Well, okay. I will rent this out. These are great. So what happens with these is you usually get down about 6 inches and you hit a tree root.
Yeah.
And then you've got to go get the angle grinder out and, an axe and then a power saw and all that sort of stuff. But anyway, I've used this lots of times in the
I've
backyard.
never seen one of those in my life. I'm not building any hospitals.
Just let me know.
Okay.
You're ready to go.
To
help out.
Because I thought, if we organise a working bee, once you finish the Undy Drive, we had the Women's and Children's Working Bee, and everyone in Adelaide who owns a post hole digger, and I'd be happy to hear from any listeners who do, we just rock up on maybe a Saturday and help dig the holes. Just speed things up.
We've got a car park.
Yeah.
There's a nice car park there.
Why did they build the car park first?
This is, I don't know. Maybe it's easier to design.
Maybe because it's separate from the actual building. There was always...
I know, but I drive by and think, well, there's a car park.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, it is weird.
Someone somewhere said, make it look like there's work happening. And I said, you know what? Let's build the car park so people think it's a building.
Yeah, I'd like to see gold. You know how one of my least favourite government stunts, and this is across all governments, is whenever there's a new project, whatever it is, they get the gold shovels out, don't they? And they shovel dirt, and you can say they've never handled a shovel before. You can see it. And
turning the sod, isn't it?
Turning the sod. So let's get some gold-plated post hole diggers.
My favourite part about the sod turn is the most immaculate high-vis you've ever seen. It's just come from the dry cleaner. It's freshly pressed. It's got the SA government logo on it. It's going straight in the cupboard for the next sod turn.
Yeah. And does the Premier have a special one?
Yes, he takes his own.
His are nice. I like it.
They do that. Stephen Marshall used to do it too. Take your own BYO high-vis. I don't want to wear the stuff that someone else has worn.
Some tradies.
No.
You get a driver, you get a nice office, and you get a brand new high vis. That's how it works. It's all part of the package. Quinton's got a post hole digger.
Excellent.
He says he's happy to lend it to you, Stacey.
Oh, great.
Quinton says it hasn't been used for about 4 years because I don't bloody dig holes.
Thanks, Quinton.
Good on you, Quinton. So it's been a funny old week because the Premier's traipsing around the US having breakfast meetings with Live Golf, which is obviously limping along, swapping sort of, T-shirts or something with 5-star generals over AUKUS. Yeah. I think it's funny that our Guernsey that he gave to the US one, because the US ones always look better, don't they? You know, like had KFC on the bottom of it, and I thought, you know, what's that going to be on the submarine? We're going to be sponsoring this because the Premier has to keep. I don't know why he's in the US.
The HMAS popcorn chicken. It's got enough. That strikes fear into the heart of our our regional adversaries.
It's filled with secret missiles. Can't tell you what the formula is for them. But we do see a lot of this going on. We've got the Premier in the US. I'm sure there'll be a couple of announcements come out of it, but I find these trips basically like busy work. You know, that it's winter. I've got to be doing something. There's not a lot happening. I'll leave Kiamar to dig the first hole for the Women's and Children's Hospital, Blair Boyer to sort of obfuscate slightly on the cost blowout that we all know is going to happen. I'll go around the US and sort of have a talk about AI. While I'm at it, I'll meet a person. You know, some guy's written a book about protecting children from the dangers of screens, and then I'll have AUKUS talks. When you dig down into what's actually going on in AUKUS, I still believe, from what I read, that it's highly unlikely a nuclear submarine will be built in Adelaide.
That's true. A lot of money is going to be and has already been wasted.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean...
Because there's money already spent from our end.
Of course. And we've given... I think it's at least $1 billion to the UK, not to build our subs.
Yeah, to upgrade their shipyards to build theirs quicker.
To build their subs quicker. Not SS AUKUS or whatever it's going to be. We also then have the Trump destroyers, the Trump-class destroyers.
Oh, he doesn't call them destroyers, though, Matt. Of course, they're battleships, even though no one's built a battleship since the Second World War.
But the Trump-class battleships, I don't know how they settled on that name, but anyway, so he's going to come up. These are going to be, of course, the biggest and best battleships ever built. And they are going to be built in the same shipyards where the US is struggling to meet its own targets for building nuclear submarines. The most likely scenario is the best case scenario, I think, is that we'll get a couple of old bangers, like a couple of nuclear, well, they don't go bang, but a couple of nuclear submarines in Australia. But they're also, the US is upgrading the naval base in Perth, in WA, so that they can rotate nuclear submarines, nuclear armed submarines most likely, and nuclear propelled submarines out of there and get out into the sphere of influence. And that will be a big deal. And that's, I think, where we're at with AUKUS.
You know, the thing that lends credence, I was doing a bit of reading about South Korea's ambition to build nuclear submarines. The South Koreans are the best shipbuilders on the planet at the moment, probably outside of China.
I think they were one of the bidders back when it was, choosing between the French and Japanese.
That's right. Building electric subs, conventionally powered submarines. They're the best shipbuilders on the planet. The speed, the quality, outside of China. And I was reading the comments internally. Now, South Korea also has a huge nuclear industry, by the way, a lot of nuclear plants. They have both the expertise to build ships and run nuclear power plants. And they went, this is really complicated and hard. And they were watering down, in the early stages, the chance of them successfully achieving this. Which
even though they're bidding,
I'm more optimistic about. Well, no, that was for a different project. I mean, this is their own nuclear powered subs.
Yeah.
And I just was reading it thinking, and I'm more optimistic about AUKUS than you are, Matt. But I thought we do underestimate the scale of the challenge when a country that has, you'd think, every natural advantage and all the expertise in the world to do this says this is going to be really hard. We might not be successful.
Yeah,
and we have none of the expertise. And
we saw at the end of last month, Pat Conroy, who's a federal minister for guns and all that sort of gear. This thing of the submarines, the nuclear-powered US submarines rotating out of what's called Submarine Rotation Force West. He said, it's due to come to an end, this agreement, in the early 2030s, and he specified the year 2032. Well, that lasted about 48 hours because the Pentagon came out, obviously jumped on the Australian government from a great height, and within 48 hours, that 2032 deadline had gone, and it was going to be an enduring relationship, the submarine rotation. No time limit on it.
This is part of the answers to the question is, why does the US want to do this? Because they get a staging area for submarines into the South China Sea and the Pacific and everywhere else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Should be cheaper for us, shouldn't it, if we got out of AUKUS? But anyway.
Oh, undoubtedly cheaper. Yeah. I'm not sure anyone would contest the fact you could buy off the shelf cheaper. The problem is now, I just wonder, could you get them any sooner? Because someone's still got to build them.
Yeah.
Now that we've left it this
Should have
long.
gone with the French, shouldn't we? Anyway.
Well, we were so far down the line there.
Yeah, we had the little French-speaking schools all lined up here in South Australia.
Still there.
Richmond Road, they
I know that.
naval group that was originally Naval Group. Remember that whole thing?
Meanwhile, we'll just switch to domestic issues, and a lot of polls out, both nationally, showing One Nation's primary votes now ahead of Labor, marginally. In Victoria, it's going to be very interesting in Victoria because the thinking is, and this is Anthony Green, ABC's former election analyst, that the big One Nation vote in South Australia was due to the fact that it wasn't seen as a close election. So everyone was of the view that Malinaus was going to romp at home, and if you were really cheesed off with them, particularly in outer metropolitan areas, then you'd vote One Nation, you could stick it up them. So it's a classic protest vote. I'm not fully on board with that analysis, but that's his analysis. In Victoria, the coalition is ahead of Labor. It's not hugely ahead of Labor, but it's ahead of Labor. Labor will need green preferences, of course, to get up across the line. But the coalition will need somehow, a sliver or a slice of One Nation preferences as well. I don't know what deal they're doing with One Nation or if they're doing any deal at all over there. But Victoria's going to be an interesting real-time test of where One Nation's going because a lot of the polling is national. The Fin Review poll, the latest Redbridge poll in the Fin Review was Victorian, purely on Victoria. And it shows an interesting picture of if there's a lot riding on this, will voters think, well, can we afford to do this with our vote for One Nation and have One Nation effectively running the state in a coalition with the Liberals? And that may be reflected in the national poll, national thinking, if it's seen as close. And any party that is ahead on primary vote is usually ahead.
Yeah, it will be fascinating. We'll have a long wait to find it. Long to wait to find out. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll determine the biggest loser in just a moment. But first, let's check traffic. Thanks to Knowles Caravans. They make selling easy. They buy your van or sell it for you. Salisbury Highway, opposite Mawson Lakes.
Morning there. Still got a big schmozzle at Boulevard due to that truck rollover this morning. Delays are about 2 or 3 k's long on the north-south motorway heading outbound. It's near the interchange, so jump on the Salisbury Highway to avoid that if you can. At Salisbury, a collision with debris on the road, John Rice Avenue, Commercial Road. Really slow going South Road through Theberton this morning and starting to build Fullerton Road at Glen Osmond Road just near the Arkabar heading into the city. Early morning camera, Press Road, Brooklyn Park. SANE has helped people navigate complex mental health for 40 years. If you or someone you care for needs free information, recovery support or community connection, visit sane.org today. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The energy today, the amount of people who got up before dawn, walking 1 mile in the shoes of someone that has nothing.
Step up to end homelessness. Walk a mile in My Boots. Register or donate today.
Introducing the Caliente by Beechwood Homes. A multi-level masterpiece of design, innovation and style. Inspired by the effortless glamour of Palm Springs in California, it's bathed in natural light through clever architectural design. At its heart, a stunning 6-metre island bench anchors a kitchen that's as beautiful as it is functional. The Caliente is open for viewing at 10 Simon Crescent, Craigburn Farm, Saturdays and Sundays 1 to 4:30 p.m. Life's good. It's even better in a Beechwood home.
After selling out 4 weeks early last time, the Hospital Research Foundation Home Lottery is back. If you're looking for a home, you could win your way in. Make the $4.2 million grand prize yours with just one ticket.
The grand prize includes the brand new Scott Salisbury home in Summerton Park, all the furnishings and $100,000 in cash.
Featuring 4 bedrooms, including a guest room, a family-sized outdoor and heated pool, lawn and dining, and it's just minutes from the beach. Tickets are selling now at homelottery.com.au.
Get yours early to automatically enter the early bird draw for $1 million cash, plus it's a guaranteed win for your community, supporting life-changing healthcare right here for South Australians like you.
So make sure you get your tickets now at homelottery.com.au.
What if I told you it's easy to create your new kitchen or laundry project? Well, say hello to Cabinet. Custom cabinetry made easy. From supply only to full installation, Cabinet makes the entire process simple and actually enjoyable. And for a limited time, you pay what the tradies pay. So order and install now and host this Christmas at your place. Visit the Maylands Design Studio today or head to cabnt.com.au. Conditions apply.
It's landed at Mawson Lakes Mazda, the next generation Mazda CX-5. Built for wherever life leads, the CX-5 has it all. And right now, there's even more choice with run-out prices on selected current generation CX-5 models. No gimmicks here at Mawson Lakes Mazda, just the best customer support. However life leads you, there's a Mazda CX-5 ready to take you there. Mawson Lakes Mazda, Salisbury Highway, just a short drive from the city.
5AA Breakfast is streaming live right now. To watch, simply head to 5AA on Facebook or YouTube. Knockdown, build two with Metro Homes. Sell one and move on. Keep the other as an investment. Metro Homes. They do it all for you.
Will Goodings with Stacey Lee. This is 5AA Breakfast.
Step up to end homelessness. Walk a mile in My Boots. Register or donate today. Walkamile.org.au. The big walk is tomorrow morning. The big assessment of the biggest Louvre of the week is happening right now. So jump on the live stream and watch Matt Abraham cook.
Matt. Oh, just quickly, a quick forecast, and that is that Joanna Howe, who's a professor of law at Adelaide University, a very fiery anti-abortion activist who was at the Liberal Party's Women's Council meeting with Alex Antic up on stage. Can't quite work that one out. But
Craziness exploded.
I wouldn't be surprised if she bobs up, as she gets pre-selection, possibly in the upper house for the Liberal Party.
Yeah, interesting.
You reckon federal or state?
Good question. State, maybe? Senate, federally. She's got, I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, interesting.
It'll be interesting to watch that. Now, this is Deputy Opposition Leader Senator Jane Hume, who you might have seen her, you would have seen her on 7 News trying to seal Amazon packages with sticky tape, got it all over her fingers. Isn't going to give up her day job, but she was spruiking the need for, well, something, if you listen to this.
Jane Hume coming unstuck, delivering her lines.
We need to support our small businesses with what's it called? I've forgotten it now. Isn't that terrible? The instant asset write-off. There we go.
Instant asset write-off thing, that thing, whatever. Anyway, so she gets a pretty solid 5 louvers. But Matt. The Liberals in Victoria are promising to fix 1 million potholes if elected. Victorian Labor MP Sonia Terpstra says people don't really want them fixed. Have a listen to this.
It's the residents who don't want it resealed because they don't like traffic going down it, so they're quite happy to have it full of potholes, might I add. So not everyone's on board with your pothole thing. They actually like it full of potholes. Yes, actually, it is.
You know what? NIMBYism's gone too far. Don't fix potholes in my backyard.
Save our potholes?
Exactly.
I've never heard that before.
That's awesome.
Throw yourself over them to stop the asphalt truck coming along.
Somebody think of the potholes.
I love that.
She's dug herself a big hole. She's going to get a 9 out of 10.
That's a worthy winner.
Just one
The biggest
quick
loser.
thing.
Yes.
It's been pointed out to me that Joanna Howe's actually banned from the upper house of state parliament after her actions in the abortion debate, so she can't run. Or it would be very interesting if she did.
Well, she's not allowed to attend. You couldn't stop her from if she's elected. If she's duly elected,
she have to operate from outside the chamber.
That would be interesting.
Thank you, Matt. Look out for those potholes.
I would think if she's pre-selected and is elected, and a strong chance she would be because she's got 46,000 followers, that'd help. She'd be allowed to sit. Couldn't stop her from sitting in the upper house, despite what has been pointed out to you.
Yeah.
Good on you, Matt.
Up-to-the-minute news for South Australia. This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
A possible light shower today. We're heading for a top of 17 degrees with the 8 o'clock news. Good morning. I'm Kate Collins.
Hands you can trust and state-of-the-art facilities. Physio Extra, tailoring care for you. PhysioExtra.com.
3 people have been injured in a crash at College Park. A Tesla sedan went through the front fence of a property in College Street before rolling and coming to rest under the veranda of a home. Senior Constable Liam Bennett says luckily no one was badly hurt.
The driver's a 47-year-old West Lakes man. His 2 passengers, including himself, were taken to hospital, fortunately with non-life-threatening injuries. The crash did cause damage, though, to the home's front fence and veranda, and due to the complexities of where the vehicle is positioned, police are going to return to the property this morning in daylight to assist with the safe removal.
And 3 young men are in hospital after another crash at Norton Summit last night. A Toyota sedan lost control, went down an embankment, crashed into a tree and rolled on Colonial Drive. The driver, a 25-year-old man, and his 2 passengers, an 18-year-old man and 17-year-old boy, were all injured. The youngest passenger underwent surgery overnight, but his condition is not believed to be life-threatening. The police helicopter has helped track a speeding driver through the northern suburbs overnight. Police attempted to stop the silver Holden sedan station wagon at Salisbury Heights, but the driver sped off. Polair then tracking the car through several suburbs, with the driver allegedly travelling on the wrong side of the road and overtaking lines of traffic before his tyres were spiked in Parafield Gardens. The driver ran from the vehicle but was arrested by police a short distance away. A search of the car allegedly uncovered a meat cleaver, methamphetamine and magic mushrooms. The 31-year-old driver from Salisbury Park was arrested and charged with driving offences, carrying an offensive weapon and possessing controlled drugs. He's lost his licence for 12 months, his car impounded, and he'll appear in court today. Cycling lobbyists are backing a move by the federal government to introduce national safety and compliance standards for e-bikes. Backed by $6.6 million in federal funding, a new national framework has been designed to align Australia with leading international safety regulations. General Manager Peter Burke says the reforms will provide greater clarity for riders.
So this will mean that a consumer going into a shop will have confidence that the product that they are buying is a good quality, it's compliant, and it's the right speed, right power, and it can be used on the road legally.
The federal government claims coal is an unreliable asset and is no longer a baseload power source. Energy Minister Chris Bowen has made the accusation during an address to the National Press Club. Mr Bowen also claims frequent breakdowns at coal-fired power stations are causing power bills to rise. But Shadow Energy Minister Dan Tehan argues coal plays a critical role in the electricity grid.
Chris Bowen doesn't know what he's talking about. I mean, coal is baseload power, and when the wind doesn't blow and the sun doesn't shine and we're not turning wind and solar into electrons, we need that baseload power.
An explosive-laden drone has been found at an eastern German airport moments before a cargo plane hit a second object mid-air. The drone was spotted close to parked Ukrainian cargo planes at Leipzig Airport, which is used by NATO allies for the transport of military goods. And more than 1 in 3 people are buying less meat or protein due to cost of living pressures. Research from MyFitnessPal found 75% of people are consuming less than 50 grams of protein a day. Fibre intake also remains a challenge, with only 33% of Australians reporting they meet the recommended daily intake. Now turning to 5AA Sport.
Get to Agostino Mitsubishi, Nailsworth and Mawson Lakes for the Outlander ES. Drive away from just $39,990.
Good morning, Tom Wren.
A very good morning to you as well, Kate. The AFL, they're dealing with yet another concussion controversy. Whistleblowers at a Victorian club claim their team struck a secret deal requiring a player who'd suffered multiple concussions to assume all legal responsibility for any further on-field brain trauma. Concussion campaigner Peter Jess says it's a complete breach of duty of care.
The science in medicine says that if you've had 3 clinical concussions, you should not be put in a position to get a 4th because of the long-term damage. And quite simply, what I'm saying is this, is that of the cohort of past players that I have worked with, 2 of my past players have died, and they've died from CTE.
It is selection night for the Crows and Port Adelaide ahead of their round 22 matches, which are both being played on Saturday. The Power will have to make at least one change, with Jack Watkins out with a hamstring strain. The Crows lineup remains a little uncertain, with 6 players listed as a test heading into this week. They were all at training last night, and it looks like James Ballacé won't be risked after he hurt his hamstring last week against Essendon. He was restricted to light duties at last night's main session. But James Peatling, Sam Berry and Rory Laird are all in the mix after getting through. Well, Live Golf will continue for at least another year, albeit pared back after securing a major backer in its $350 million survival fight. The league confirmed it will run a streamlined circuit next year, which will include its most successful tournament right here in Adelaide. Socceroo star Nestoroi Irankunda is on the cusp of finalising the biggest deal of his career. English Championship club Watford reportedly accepting Sporting Lisbon's $24.5 million offer for the young gun. It's been a tough year for tennis star Alexei Popyrin, but things are looking a little brighter for the Aussie after an impressive second-round win at the Canadian Open against Belgium's Rafael Collignon. And a major signing for the NBL, American guard Cole Anthony has inked a one-year deal with Melbourne United. That's after spending 6 years in the NBA. And that's the 5AA Sport.
Thanks, Tommy. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Browse undercover in comfort for your certified pre-owned Toyota at the new Jarvis Toyota, Brighton Road, Somerton Park.
Morning there. We are gridlocked on the North-South motorway this morning, which is no good at all. It's due to a nasty truck rollover on the North-South motorway near the Boulevard interchange. Delays are a couple of k's long. Try the Salisbury Highway to get around that one this morning. Wingfield smash on the Porter Expressway near Hanson Road and another collision causing delays at Salisbury. That's on John Rice Avenue at Commercial Road. Camera, Bartley Terrace, Westlake Shore, look out for. It's official. Adelaide Central Market is Australia's #1 food market. For passionate traders, incredible local produce and experiences you won't find anywhere else, visit the market now. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Now to the 5AA forecast. A possible light shower today. We're heading for 17. A shower or two tomorrow, 19 the top. A wet weekend in store, showers and 17 on Saturday, 15 and rain on Sunday. Right now it's 10 degrees on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
Introducing Geely Mawson Lakes. Geely is the world's most exciting new automotive brand, bringing advanced technology, outstanding safety and exceptional value. And when it arrives, it matters who you buy it from. At Geely Mawson Lakes, you'll find an experienced team, the right vehicle with the right deal and advice. Backed by a trusted South Australian dealership group, we're proud to bring this new range to Adelaide's north. Geely Mawson Lakes, your new Geely destination. Just a short drive from the city.
Stacey Lee here. I'm with Vincent Scarley from FIVEAA Financial Services. Vince, what is a reverse mortgage?
Unlike a normal mortgage, you never have to make any repayments. You might be retired and still have a small mortgage. That gets paid off. A huge relief. Or you've already paid off your home, but suddenly you need cash for emergency medical needs. Might want to buy a new car, update your kitchen, or take that trip of a lifetime you've always wanted. Or simply, the cost of living crisis is impacting your lifestyle. Also, some of them used it to help their children or grandchildren get into the property market. It's been a game changer for my clients. Whatever the reason, we have the solutions.
So call Vince on 1300 99 886. FIVEAA Financial Services.
Call me 1300 99 886.
Morning coffee, school drink bottles, a glass of water before bed. Your kitchen tap works hard to make your day better. Isn't it time for better taps? New Better Taps, brought to you by PuraTap, give you hot, cold and beautiful filtered water from one kitchen tap. Crafted right here in Adelaide with German ceramic disc technology in 4 models and 4 finishes. Bundle it with the latest PuraTap water purifier and save. Better quality, better taste at a better price. The new Better Tap by PuraTap. Visit puratap.com.au.
Here at 5AA, we're all about supporting local. The Excelsior Hotel is back. Fully renovated kitchen, fresh new dining room and new menu with all-day dining from 12. Come to something new at the Excelsior Hotel.
Happy hours are happier at Roulette's Tavern. Monday to Friday from 4 to 6 p.m, it's our popular weekly happy hours with beer specials alongside other happy hours specials that change regularly. When Friday comes along, it's cocktail time from 3 to 6 p.m. Plus, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, you'll enjoy 2-for-1 classic cocktails. And we have all your cocktail favourites, all at half the price. Roulette's Tavern, next to Parafield Airport Liquor Store, Kings Road, Parafield. Drink responsibly.
Stay informed, get involved. 5AA, always Adelaide.
Go on, just walk away. Knock down, build 2 with Metro Homes. Sell one and move on. Keep the other as an investment. Metro Homes, they do it all for you.
Will Goodings with Stacey Lee. This is 5AA Breakfast.
12 after 8. Thousands upon thousands of dollars in the kitty for Catherine House in the Hutt Street Centre this morning. I'm just looking as donations come in at 5AAAndydrive.com.au. The bus seats are filling up. There is still a couple available if you want to get on board tomorrow morning. This is a pretty unique experience. In fact, this is a unique experience. I'm not sure this has ever happened. We have commandeered use of the pageant bus and its driver, our very own Matthew Padtella, so we had a bit of an in there. And we're selling seats with our proceeds going to Catherine House and Hutt Street Centre, $50 a pop.
Yep.
If you go to undydrive.com.au, 5undydrive.com.au, donate $50, but put bus in your name. That will secure your ticket. Lots of
Jamie.
listeners already on board.
Jamie, Adam, Pat have since donated. And also Rick's minibus hire.
Busman on a bus.
Oh, no. No pressure for Matt. He's got a professional bus driver
We've got a bus
on the bus.
expert joining us on. Well, that's good in case something happens to Matt, or he just gets sick of listening to us. He can and he gets off. We've got a backup. It's good to have a contingency plan. Thank you, Rick. Looking forward to meeting you tomorrow, 7:45 a.m. at Hindmarsh Squares, where you have to meet if you've got a ticket. The other thing we've got coming up this hour is a $300 Chanella's voucher. $300 at Chanella's.
Wow.
You have some fun with that.
Oh.
Everyone who donates $20 or more until 9 a.m. is in the draw. We'll draw that out at 9 o'clock. Thanks to Liam, Joanna and the team. My local butcher, Chanella's, 62 Prospect Road at Prospect. Donate $20, you're automatically in the running for that $300 Chanella's voucher. It's going to be a busy hour, Undie Drive-wise, because also we've got the showdown at the parade happening after 8:30, and oh my goodness, Paddy's just walked in.
Oh.
They're really trying to squeeze every last dollar out of the South Australia now with challenge after challenge. It's just a punishing
This is a good
rate
sign for me, Will.
that you've been handed it.
I've been handed
Yeah, that's
this.
not a great sign for me.
Here we go. All right. Challenge number 8. There is talk in TV land that Mr. Nice Guy Will Goodings may have some diva in him.
Here we go.
To get to the bottom of the story, Frank Pangello needs to embrace his today to night roots
Hang on.
and doorstop Rosanna Mangiarelli this afternoon at Channel 7 to get the real scoop.
Hang on a second.
But
so
we need $1,000 in the next hour.
So let's just walk through this for a second because I started interrupting you.
Great. No, go.
So Frank has to do he's to do the classic Frank Pangello, the
Today
interview,
Tonight
which he's
style.
the greatest in the history of Australian media for doing, where he gets the answers and he's going to accost Rosanna Mangiarelli.
I wouldn't say accost.
Well, he's going to question forcefully.
Like any good investigative journalist, he's going to get to the bottom of the story and find out if the rumours are true that you're a diva. And I think this is absolutely valid.
What did I do to deserve this?
Frankly, I'm surprised no one's got onto this story sooner because those rumours have been swirling for some time now and they are increasing.
I'm terrified because we need to call Frank, and Frank is a dog with a bone.
I reckon he'll love it.
And I do like the Today Tonight reunion too. Frank and Rosanna
Frank
back
and
together.
Rosanna.
I didn't want to be the sort of the dodgy car mechanic that was at the centre of the investigation.
Maybe you should have thought of that before your diva antics came out, William.
That's sensational. Somebody call Frank. We're going to speak to him very, very shortly.
All right, for Breaking at 8 today, this is a story we've been following for a few weeks now. The extraordinary $23.5-ish million spend on consultants by Adelaide City Council over an 18-month period. Now, at the time when we first reported this, we pointed out that $12 million, around half of it was for capital work, so it's largely unavoidable. But the remainder of it was where the big question mark was. We found out this figure when one councillor, Mary Kouros, asked a question on notice, as she's done over the years, to find out about the consultant spend. She then asked a further question on notice about that remaining $11 million if she wanted to break down some more information on it. And last week we had her on because her question was denied by the presiding member of Adelaide City Council at the time. They deemed her question improper. And during that interview, I said to her, do you know who the presiding member was?
And the presiding member at the time, I believe, was the Deputy Lord Mayor, Carmel Noon, who oversaw the agenda because the Lord Mayor was away at the time.
And since then, we've had some correspondence from the Deputy Lord Mayor, Carmel Noon, who's on the phone now and joins you. Good morning to you, Carmel Noon.
Morning, everyone.
You wanted to make a clarification about that.
Yeah, I did. And thank you for inviting me onto your program this morning and giving me the opportunity to correct the record. When you asked that question to Councillor Kouros last Friday, who the presiding member was for the council meeting on the 28th, she believed it was me. That was incorrect. I was not the acting Lord Mayor by then. I did not preside over that meeting, and the public council papers that Councillor Couros received over a week before your interview identified the Lord Mayor as the presiding member for that meeting, and this is reflected in public published minutes on the council website. So therefore, I did not make, authorise or support the determination that Councillor Couros' question on notice was improper and will not be answered. So, in fact, during the previous week, when the proposed question and response was raised with me by the CEO when I was acting LM, I expressly said I did not support refusing to answer it and warned that doing so would be fraught with issues, and obviously I was correct.
So you actually think that information should be released for ratepayers?
Yes, look, at the end of the day, you mentioned the letter of the 16th, and that was not my attempt to shut down scrutiny or complain that the expenditure had been revealed at all. I asked the administration to provide a clearer public explanation so that the media and the ratepayers could have a more accurate and balanced discussion around this. Can I just say that your comments around inflation, consultancy inflation, was not comparing apples to apples as well, because the period that you were discussing where you actually said for 4 years was 21 million and now for 18 months it's 23, do you realise that was over during a COVID period when many activities, events and projects were paused, reduced or deferred? And this actual council that commenced in 2022 was in post-COVID budget repair environment and has also been delivering a significant catch-up of capital programs.
But it wasn't the capital program that was the subject of conjecture, was it?
Well, I hope not.
No,
but it was
about
put
the
out
$11 million because I think it was acknowledged in that conversation that the people appreciate that in the process of building things and constructing things, you need consultants and experts that you can bring on board. But it's the ongoing consultancy build about which there's no transparency and about which it sounds like you'd like some clarification as well.
Well, absolutely, and that is why I actually moved a motion for an independent review of council's expenditure, productivity and efficiencies. Stakeholders, including especially the Property Council, regularly question our operating costs and what we allocate to economic development. I often hear insinuations that millions of dollars in savings could be found in our council operations. So this review will independently test those claims and identify where genuine efficiencies are available. So this is a really...
In layman's terms, though, Councillor Noon, that when you say this review, that's another independent review, isn't it? So we're paying consultants to look at consultant spend.
But you couldn't actually do this internally. It'd be like marking our own homework. I mean, this is a normal situation when it comes to business. I've been the CEO for 30 years of my life. This is normal. You know, engaging consultants are normal. I would actually ask the question, how much money would it have cost us to actually deliver these capital programs and deliver these projects that needed operations budgets if we were just actually employing everybody? I mean, surely you can't imagine that we would have tree marten experts just sort of sitting in an office waiting for us to ask them a question about what happens for 3 to 4 months of the year. I mean, and
I think everyone appreciates there are needs for consultants. I don't think that was ever in doubt. The question was about the ongoing commitment, and it sounds. I mean, I think some people might find it odd that the Deputy Lord Mayor needs a report to get an understanding of where that money's being spent, because it sounds like.
I think. Yes, I think all the councillors, this is why my actual motion was unanimously supported, because at the end of the day, we don't want to keep hearing this stuff in the media. We don't want to keep answering questions that we don't really know what the answers are. We want to have science behind our answers. I actually think this independent review is absolutely necessary, but we have had independent reviews, financial reviews over the last 12 months, and that was through ESCOSA, and that was through the LG Finance. And they did acknowledge that this council started behind the 8 ball. I mean, we actually were handed a lemon, to tell you the truth. And for 4 years, we have been in budget repair. And now and we were unsustainable. We were on the naughty list, the unsustainable list.
Well,
we're on the sustainable list.
We look forward to seeing that sort of transparent breakdown of where the money's being spent, so everyone is entirely in the picture and able to have a conversation about it. Thank you, Carmel Noon. All right, now this is the interview I've been worried about.
Frank Pangello is on the line.
He's the best to have ever done it, Frank. He gets answers to stories. And I don't know who's tasked him with this, but I think they're in trouble.
Bowl.
Yeah, the Challenge Bowl. Frank Pangello, good morning to you.
Buenos dias, Will. How's the studio going without the big gringo?
Stacey's doing a wonderful job.
Well, she is the lovely senorita.
Yeah, she's doing...
You've just taken me aback. Here I am adjusting to being irrelevant after my election in forced retirement, and you're talking about a comeback.
Well, Frank, we thought, we've got to go to the best. Who gets to the bottom of the story? Frank Pangello does.
Stacey, it's just like sliding the lid off Count Dracula's coffin, isn't it? But let me say, well, look, I have to say the goss is that where there's a will, there's a way. And it's all the way to the top of Will's inflated head.
What did I do? I was an idiot sandwich yesterday. Now I'm proper this.
Well, we all know that Will is the son of a gun. His dad, Graham, a legendary newsreader. Now, I've worked with Graham, and he's one of the most grounded blokes you'll ever meet. But Will... Now, we just have to get to the bottom of this, and I'm going to take up the challenge, and where better to start than his colleague and my former colleague, the reigning queen of evening news, Rosanna Mandarin.
I'm so excited for this today's night reunion, but I'm not excited for your series of questions, Frank. We'll have to wait and see.
Can't wait for this.
Yep, and I've poked cameras. I've never poked a camera in Rosanna's face. I've done it to KG, actually, many years ago. He forgave me for it.
You are
We'll have
fearless.
to get to the bottom of this.
All right. Thank you, Frank.
Well, we've got the right man
I
for
mean,
the
I don't
job.
know why I'm thanking you. I'm thanking you for being part of the Undie Drive, I guess. We're raising a lot of money for Catherine House and Hutt Street Centre.
I can't wait for this.
And that is generally terrifying. Rosanna, look out. I would stay away from any doors. Don't go through a door, open a door, don't leave a crack in a door.
There'll be feet in them.
Because there'll be a Frank Pangello-sized foot that'll be keeping it ajar. All right, we're going to check traffic, and I'm going to duck down to the parade because we've got a 5AA Andy Drive showdown to get to the bottom of after 8:30 this morning. Ned's already going to be there. Dean Brogan and Matt Crouch. This is going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. Noel's Caravans bring us traffic. Custom built to last Salisbury Highway opposite Mawson Lakes.
Morning there. The north-south motorway still gridlocked outbound. It's due to that nasty truck rollover at Bolivar just near the interchange. Delays about 3 or 4 k's along the huge, so jump on the Salisbury Highway to avoid those if you can. Wingfield smash also causing delays on the Porter Expressway near Hanson Road, and another collision getting cleaned up at Salisbury. It's got debris there too. John Rice Avenue at Commercial Road. Camera, Education Road, Happy Valley. The Milwaukee 3-day pack-out modular storage event is on now until Saturday. Limited time while stocks last. T's and C's apply. Available at participating Milwaukee authorised retailers only. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The energy today, the amount of people who got up before dawn, walking 1 mile in the shoes of someone that has nothing.
Step up to end homelessness. Walk a mile in My Boots. Register or donate today.
Every new Corolla Cross comes standard with capped price servicing. Conditions apply. Experience the new look Corolla Cross difference and take a test drive today at the new Jarvis Toyota, Brighton Road, Somerton Park.
What if I told you it's easy to create your new kitchen or laundry project? Well, say hello to Cabinet, custom cabinetry made easy. From supply only to full installation, the team at Cabinet can provide a quote with a 3D design of your project within 24 hours. And for a limited time, you pay what the tradies pay. So order and install now and host this Christmas at your place. Visit the Maylands Design Studio today or head to cabnt.com.au. Conditions apply.
Illusion Fire's biggest sale in 5 years is now on. Save up to 50% across every heater with ultimate wood heaters from just $5.99 and gas log fires from $19.99. Get in store today, but hurry, once they're gone, they're gone.
To kickstart 2027, the legendary Jimmy Barnes is headlining the mighty Sounds by the River. Along with an all-star lineup of his great mates, John Stevens, Birds of Tokyo, Eskimo Joe, Baby Animals, and more. Manham Golf Club, Saturday, January 9. It's going to be huge. Get your tickets now from soundsbytheriver.com.au.
At Coles, save on a fan favourite. Right now, get half price on Smith's crinkle cut potato chips, 150 to 170 grams, now just $2.50. Save in store or online at Coles. Offer ends Tuesday.
Rosanna Mangiarelli here from 7 News. Join me and Will Goodings for Adelaide's leading news hour, 7 News, tonight at 6 o'clock.
Knock down, build two with Metro Homes. Sell one and move on. Keep the other as an investment. Metro Homes. They do it all for you.
Will Goodings with Stacey Lee. This is 5AA Breakfast.
At 27 minutes past 8, I'm in the studio without Will this morning. He's heading to the parade for our latest challenge as part of Undie Drive for a showdown kickoff between Matt Crouch and Dean Brogan. Can't wait for that after 8:30. But I'm not too lonely in the studio because joining me is the new director of Adelaide Writers Week, Rosemary Milsom. Good morning to you.
Morning, Stacey.
Thanks so much for coming in.
My pleasure.
And congratulations on the new role.
Thank you. It's been fantastic few months getting to know people in Adelaide. Everyone's been really welcoming and friendly. And I'm here for 8 days at the moment, coming to the end of 8 days stint. And I've been out and about, went to the hills yesterday to an event up in a library, which was fantastic with a South Australian writer. So I'm trying to get out and about as much as possible.
Yeah, great. And I just found out in the break that this was a job you actually applied for, because I was wondering how it works, especially after all of the recent drama with Writers Week, which obviously we can't avoid, Adelaide Writers Week. What made you want to put your hand up and say, yeah, I want to take on that role?
I have always loved Adelaide Writers Week. I've been coming, the first time I visited the festival, I was a uni student, so I'm not going to reveal too much about how long ago that was, but it was a while ago. And I've come back time and again, and it's a festival that is so special to so many people, here and internationally. It has an incredible reputation, and I don't think that what happened this year should wipe away, nearly heading towards 70 years of incredible history and a reputation. And I've navigated political tensions in my former role at Newcastle Writers Festival, and I just felt like I was the right person for this time to see the festival through to next year and beyond, and sort of do a bit of repair work that needed to be done.
And how do you plan on doing that repair work? Do you have a direction that you'd like to take the festival? I guess, I don't think Writers Week has ever shied away from controversies, but is there a way you would like to tackle those big issues and questions of, people being able to speak their mind while also having a balance?
Look, I think the repair work is about listening to people. People have really strong opinions about what happened this year. I mean, obviously I wasn't involved in what happened this year, but I've been really willing to listen and not judge and not get defensive about it. It was regrettable. You can't say anything other than that. It was a regrettable turn of events that happened this year. No one wants to see a repeat of it. And so part of the repair is listening and taking on board people's really strong criticisms about what happened, listening to their perspectives. And then in terms of programming, I mean, every person brings their own personal flavour to programming. I probably will lean towards a bit more fiction coming into the program. That's a bit of a preference of mine, and they're incredible. This is an incredible year for publishing, I have to say. I've been handed a bit of a gift because you do have peaks and troughs, like anything. Like a footy team will have a great year, then a pretty average year, and sometimes you can't explain why. And sometimes it's just everything lines up and you have an incredible year of books. So I'm struggling at the moment because I'm trying to jam everyone I want in and they're not going to fit. So that's a really challenging predicament at the moment. Like, who do I exclude, actually? Because we're just very, very lucky that this year's an amazing. And in terms of balance, I don't program around that. I don't program and think I need to have that perspective to weigh that, to outweigh that. But like, it's about the books. So that's what I always come back to. It's about the books and the themes and how I can find links between the different writers to bring them together for a conversation. So I'm not sort of coming from a perspective of I have to have any kind of balance as such.
Okay. So correct me if I'm wrong, but the last I remember, Dr. Randell Abdel Fattah had been extended an invitation to come back next year. Is that still the case? Is she still invited, and has she taken up that invite?
Well, of course she's still invited. The new board made that decision to extend that invitation, and of course I would honour that. I mean, that's a decision that was made before I started, and I will honour that. And whether or not she's coming, you can wait and see. You will know in October when we do the Big Adelaide Festival program launch, and then we'll release some key events as part of Writers' Week at that launch. So wait and see.
And while the board was the one that extended that invitation, is that something you're comfortable with?
Of course. Randa Abdel Fattah was in Newcastle's program this year.
Great. All right. Well, we'll wait and see how the program is how it is when it comes out in October.
Thanks, Stacey.
Thanks, Rosemary. Really appreciate your time. That's Rosemary Milsom, the new director of Adelaide Writers' Week, and the program will be released in October. It is time for the 8:30 news headlines now, and after that, we're heading to Norwood Oval for the big showdown kickoff.
This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
A possible light shower today. We're heading for a top of 17 degrees with the 8:30 news. Good morning. I'm Kate Collins.
Hands you can trust and state-of-the-art facilities. Physio Extra, tailoring care for you. PhysioExtra.com.
A 17-year-old boy has undergone emergency surgery after a crash at Norton Summit last night. He was a passenger in a car which lost control, went down an embankment, crashed into a tree and rolled in Colonial Drive. He and an 18-year-old passenger and the 25-year-old driver were taken to hospital. All three were injured and 3 other people were injured in another crash at College Park last night. Senior Constable Liam Bennett says it damaged a home in College Street.
The Tesla sedan had crashed into the front fence of a property before rolling and coming to a rest under the veranda of their home. Fortunately, no one was sitting out on the veranda having a cup of tea or anything like that.
And a woman's been fined after crashing through a front fence and veranda of a home in Mitcham last night. The 74-year-old was trying to do a U-turn in Wellborn Street when she lost control of the car. A suspect is on the run after a stabbing at Ridgehaven. A 33-year-old Dudley Park man was found with serious but non-life-threatening injuries and taken to hospital. Police searched the area but couldn't locate any suspects. They don't believe this incident is random. The federal opposition claims housing shortages will last another 7 years, even if net overseas migration immediately fell in line with budget forecasts. Home Affairs Minister Tony Burke was due to address migration changes today, but the speech has been postponed due to elements which couldn't be finalised in time. National Senator Bridget McKenzie says the government needs to take action now.
And what we're seeing here from Tony Burke is that trying to get their own target under control, and that's a target of 2 million new arrivals over 6 years. So we are very, very concerned. We've been saying this for a long time.
It's been revealed Climate Change Minister Chris Bowen slugged taxpayers more than $345,000 flying around the world to promote net zero. He spent an average $7,500 a day on international travel, with a total of 46 days abroad. An explosive-laden drone has been found at an airport cargo hub in Germany, which is used by NATO. Correspondent Gavin Gray has the details.
The device was spotted overnight at the Leipzig-Halle airport by an employee near Ukrainian cargo planes. A robot was deployed to inspect the device and a controlled explosion was carried out. A second unidentified object also collided with a cargo aircraft nearby. The airfield is used by the German military and NATO allies. It's key to the transport of military goods and also serves as a base for Ukraine's Antonov Airlines, which carry most of the country's aerial cargo.
And a microchip has helped a ginger cat named Mufasa to be reunited with his owner after going missing in Melbourne 10 years ago. Mandy Doolan from the Lort Smith Adoption Centre in Melbourne says the owner couldn't believe it.
I think she was a bit in shock. He was in good conditions, had been living in an industrial area for quite a few years, and she said that he still looked exactly the same.
Now let's take a look at 5AA Sport.
Get to Agostino Mitsubishi, Nailsworth and Mawson Lakes for the Outlander ES. Drive away from just $39,990.
And a big story around this morning around concussion, Rennie.
Absolutely, Kate. There are reports an AFL club has struck a secret deal with a player, putting responsibility for future concussions back on that footballer. Whistleblowers say the secret deal for a Victorian club is a breach of league rules. The AFL did not respond to questions about when it learnt about the agreement or if it was aware of any others. Port Adelaide assistant coach Stuart Dew has weighed in on the AFL's controversial memo to clubs to not rest players in the final round of the season. Dew telling Rowie and Campo clubs always have the health of their players at the top of their list, and that's the way it should be.
It's less about getting ready for finals. I think if you're making a decision based on player welfare, that's got to be number one, and I think clubs do it pretty well. They're our number one asset, so we don't want to take any risks.
Meantime, Essendon is into its final days of interviews for its next coach. James Hird, Mark McVeigh, Murray Davis and Jamie Graham all in the race after Dean Solomon pulled out. Gianni Infantino will remain as FIFA president after he received the backing of senior executives. The 56-year-old has now issued an apology over his botched plan to sell stakes in the World Cup. And the NRL is reportedly closing in on buying an aircraft following its record-breaking TV deal. Kate, that is the 5AA Sport.
Thanks so much, Rennie. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Browse undercover in comfort for your certified pre-owned Toyota at the new Jarvis Toyota, Brighton Road, Somerton Park.
Morning there. Still got some really big delays on the north-south motorway due to that truck crash at Boulevard. Delays are outbound just near the interchange. Jump on the Salisbury Highway to avoid those. Another collision with headaches and big delays at Wingfield, the Port of Expressway near Hanson Road, and a smash getting cleaned up at Salisbury, John Rice Avenue at Commercial Road. Camera at Days Road, Croydon Park. Freedom's ultimate sofa sale is on for a limited time. Get up to 50% off all sofas, plus enjoy free local delivery on all sofa purchases. Hurry, sale is Monday only at Freedom. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
And now to the 5AA forecast. A possible light shower today. We're heading for a top of 17 in Adelaide. A shower or two, 19 the top tomorrow. A wet weekend in store, showers, and 17 on Saturday, 15 and rain forecast on Sunday. Right now, it's 11 degrees on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
In business, the wrong hire does more than leave a gap. It slows your team, drains confidence, and holds your growth back. Call Hunter Careers. They'll work with you to find people with the right skills and long-term fit. At Hunter Careers, you'll work directly with an experienced recruiter through a careful, personalised process focused on your business outcomes, not just filling a vacancy. If the hire really matters, talk to Hunter Careers. huntercareers.com.au.
The most frustrating thing about having your car repaired after a collision can be the wait. Sometimes months. At Premier Panel Services, the wait is one thing you won't have to worry about. We've expanded our workshop and our highly skilled team. It means we're better equipped to deliver an outstanding outcome for you and your car. RAA and MTA approved, Premier Panel Services work with most insurance companies. So ask for Premier Panel Services and get back on the road sooner.
Are mum and dad considering retirement living? If they sell the house, what happens to their pension? What are the tax implications? McGain Real Estate have specialist advisors ready to sit down for a chat. Contact McGain today. McGain.com.au.
Hi, Matthew Pantelis here. Missed my show? Well, catch up by listening to the Evenings with Matthew Pantelis podcast on the 5AA Player app.
It's time to complete your census. We need to hear from everyone to help plan for Australia's future. If you know where you'll be on census night, Tuesday the 11th of August, you can complete the form for your household as soon as you get your instructions. Complete the census for your household online, by paper, or with help from census staff. Whoever you are, we need to hear from you. Every answer matters. For more on how to complete, visit census.abs.gov.au. Authorised by the Australian Bureau of Statistics, Canberra.
Port Adelaide is changing. Vibrant, buzzing, alive with new energy. And proudly shining at the heart of it, Elliott's Restaurant. That perfect date night, a special celebration, or simply an excuse to indulge. Elliott's delivers a flavour-driven selected menu inspired by premium Australian produce. As the port continues its revival, Elliott's Restaurant stands proudly, a shining beacon on the waterfront. Elliott's Restaurant, #1 Santo Parade. The experience on offer. Book now.
A smashed or damaged windscreen can happen in a heartbeat, but it does get worse if you don't go to your local Complete Windscreens to get it fixed. You could be waiting weeks, and look, that's not on. Complete Windscreens has windscreens and glass for all makes and models in stock right now with 15 technicians standing by to get you back on the road. You don't need to wait. Tell your insurance company you want Complete Windscreens on the job. CompleteWindscreens.com.au. Look for the big red koala.
Did you know your intestines could be full of pinworms and threadworms right now and you might not even know it? The only sign may be a maddening itchy bottom at night. Introducing Caruso's Expel Worms. Caruso's Expel Worms is traditionally used in Western herbal medicine to help remove intestinal pinworms and threadworms. So if you're ready to say goodbye to intestinal pinworms, threadworms and the nighttime itch, try Caruso's Expel Worms today. Available from leading pharmacies and health stores.
Depression is one of the most common mental health conditions in Australia, and you can help make a difference. By joining a clinical trial, you could bring hope to millions of people. CMAX is seeking healthy volunteers aged 18 to 65 to take part in a medical research study for a potential new depression treatment. If eligible, you'll spend 10 nights at CMAX, attend one follow-up visit, and get paid for your time. Interested? Apply today at cmax.com.au.
There are many reasons why Steinborner Automotive is well worth a trip. With over 400 cars in stock across 10 yards in Gawler, Barossa and Clare, including Steinborner Ford in Clare with a great selection of the best value new, demo and low kilometre Ranger, Everest and Mustang. Along with outstanding service from our award-winning staff, you know it's well worth the trip to Steinborner Ford. View our whole range of Ford at steinborner.com.au.
5AA Breakfast is streaming live right now. To watch, simply head to 5AA on Facebook or YouTube.
Showdown 60 saw Port Adelaide with a mountain to climb. Rowie came out of the blocks with fighting words before a single ball was bounced.
The Crows should wallop Port by at least 10 goals. And on reflection of that comment, I wish they had said 15.
But the power came out swinging and embarrassed the team for all South Australians.
And one of the greatest showdown upsets. Port Adelaide taken.
Now, thanks to the 5AA Undie Drive, the Crows have their shot at redemption. It's the Adelaide Crows versus Port Adelaide. Matt Crouch versus Dean Brogan.
And the crowd go up as one.
Now, let's go live to Norwood Oval with Will Goodings and Ned McHenry.
Yeah, good morning to you and welcome along to the parade. It's a magnificent backdrop for what is going to be a spectacular feat of athletic prowess over the course of the next 10 or 15 minutes. Thanks to you, our magnificent and generous listeners, donating thousands of dollars to 5AAundieDrive.com.au. It is our 5AA Undie Drive showdown here with Dean Brogan and Matt Crouch. Matt, Malcolm Blight medalist, All-Australian. Dean, I think, has anyone still done the NBL AFL Premiership double other than you?
Make sure you get that on radio. No one's done it yet.
Yeah, no one's done it. Matt, are you aware that earlier Ned said if these cones are positioned anywhere but within 25 metres of goal, you're probably not going to make the distance?
Yeah, absolutely. That wasn't my strong point, the long kicking. So I've had a quick look and they're pretty short kicks, so I should be right.
What's your assessment, Ned? Have a look at the course. There's 5 cones for people listening at home that the guys have to kick for goal. You're going to go around in a circuit each, and if we need a tiebreaker, it'll be from distance. How do you see it?
No, it looks good. The deck looks okay, Will, doesn't it?
Yeah.
No issues with that. Shot locations look fine as well. This is showdown redemption stuff, though, more so. I think it's more mind game stuff here, Will. It's not the physical prep. It's can they get into each other? Is there a bit of bickering, a bit of banter? That's what I look forward to seeing.
I think, and technically this does count as a showdown victory either way.
Yeah,
so,
put it on the tally.
This will go directly on the tally. So, gentlemen, we'll let you take your positions. We'll flip a coin.
I've got the coin.
You've got the coin? Excellent. That's
who's going to call, Will?
Matt Crouchy, you can call.
All right.
All right. Coin toss to see who goes first. And it is...
Tails it is.
Oh, you go first, Coach.
Oh, I like it.
I need to warm up a bit.
So it's going to be Matt Crouch who goes first, and he's going to be in the proper pocket for a left footer as well. What we're going to do is you watch the action on the live stream because we're going to have a roaming camera. Ned's going to be out roaming, just getting a sense of how the guys are feeling. But it was Dean Brogan that won the toss, and Matt Crouch, over the course of his career, one of the most prolific inside mids we've ever seen in the AFL. Goal kicking, though, certainly not from these sorts of positions, not what we became accustomed to know about Crouchy. He's tucked up against the boundary line. It's the right side for a left foot, and he's gone the dribble kick, and it's cannoned into the post. Just a minor score for Matt Crouch to get things underway. Ned, dribble kick, controversial start.
Well, I don't have the answers, Will. I mean, if it's touched on the line, is that still a goal? I fear this is the long kicking issue again. You can't dribble it through.
Well, this one will be regulation because he's on a 45-degree angle, probably 25 out, just on the normal drop punt. It's Matt Crouch, and he has put it straight over the umpire's head. Popey in between the goal square, and he's got that strut up now. Crouchy, he's moving like a man who's just seen one go through, Ned. It's a good boost for the confidence.
Oh, it was. He kicked that purely, and he's not mucking around. Another thing I've noticed, Will, he's kind of straight into it. There's no grass throwing, no issue with weather. Let's have a look at this.
Right, we're directly behind this one. And again, he's striking him beautifully now, Matt Crouch. It's 2 goals, 1. Had a little trouble in the pocket, but as things have straightened up, so too has he. And now I guess your mind goes to the choice of the toss because the pressure's all going to be on Brogues now. And he let Crouchy get out of the gate here. 2 goals, 1 through 3 stations. So this is the second last kick. He's on the other side now in that pocket, and he's having no trouble whatsoever. He's trotted to the final cone. It's 3 goals, 1 Matt Crouch. This is almost the perfect start for Adelaide. If he can get this one, this is his toughest kick for the left footer. Ned, just talk us through what are we likely to see here?
Yeah, I think he's going to start it right. It looks like he's going the banana, Will. I'm going to check in with Dean Brogan shortly too. What's he thinking right now?
Yeah, and how's that banana looking?
Across the face.
He just pushed it across. It didn't come back. So 3 goals, 2, 20. That's Adelaide's score in this 5AA Undie Drive showdown. The 2 pockets were the difficult ones, Ned.
Yeah, let's quickly hear from Matty Crouch. Matty, how'd you go?
Yeah, missed a couple from the pockets, but in front I wasn't too bad, mate. So I was a bit sore having to kick them, but it was good fun.
I was going to ask that. It did look like you were just nursing them through. Was that intentional or was that everything tightening up a little bit?
Yeah, everything was pretty tight, mate, but they went through, so I was pretty happy with it.
No, fantastic. Well done. Should we go to Brogues and just see how he's feeling pre-kick there, Will? Let's go to Brogues.
Yeah, so watch Crouchy. The pocket was an issue for him. He looks quite sore, Crouchy. For someone who's only fresh out of the game, he looks all sorts. I'm pretty confident I can get this.
All right, I'll tell you what we might do. And we don't want to ice the kicker, as they say in the NFL, Brogues, but we're going to take a break. And when we come back, it's Port's chance to have a showdown win here at the parade in the 5AA Undie Drive showdown.
Hi, I'm Lynn Andrews. For over 50 years, we, the Lynn Andrews team, have specialised in commercial and residential property management. But above all, we specialise in people, helping to make life easier for investors and tenants. Everyone is treated with empathy and respect. It's the way we do business. It's the Lynn Andrews way. For residential and commercial property management, we're here to help you. Visit lynnandrews.com.au.
It's landed at Mawson Lakes Mazda. The next generation Mazda CX-5. Built for wherever life leads, the CX-5 has it all. And right now, there's even more choice with run-out prices on selected current generation CX-5 models. No gimmicks here at Mawson Lakes Mazda, just the best customer support. However life leads you, there's a Mazda CX-5 ready to take you there. Mawson Lakes Mazda, Salisbury Highway, just a short drive from the city.
Here's a great deal on your tyres. This month at City Discount Tyres, buy any 3 selected Yokohama Blue Earth tyres and get the 4th absolutely free. Engineered for fuel efficiency, a quieter cabin and a safer ride, these tyres work harder so you spend less. More kilometres, more value, more confidence every time you drive. Head to citydiscounttyres.com.au for this deal and more. City Discount Tyres, we're driven by value.
Hi, this is Mel at ECH. How can I help?
Oh, well, hi there, Mel. It's Jan here. I've just got a letter about support at home and, well, it's a little bit confusing.
Yes, it can be confusing, Jan. We get lots of questions about that. Let's go through it.
Well, I don't even know where to start.
That's okay. ECH has been doing this for more than 60 years. I can explain over the phone. Or even visit in person if that makes it easier.
If you have questions about what support at home means for you, ask ECH.
What if I told you it's easy to create your new kitchen or laundry project? Well, say hello to Cabinet. Custom cabinetry made easy. From supply only to full installation, you'll see the latest colours, on-trend finishes and styles to bring your vision to life. And for a limited time, you pay what the tradies pay. So order and install now and host this Christmas at your place. Visit the Maylands Design Studio today or head to cabnt.com.au. Conditions apply.
Knock down, build two with Metro Homes. Sell one and move on. Keep the other as an investment. Metro Homes. They do it all for you.
Will Goodings with Stacey Lee. This is 5AA Breakfast.
If you're just tuning in, you've tuned in at a rather dramatic time. It's half-time in the 5AA Breakfast Undie Drive Showdown, all thanks to the thousands of dollars worth of donations that we received this morning. Matt Crouch, Dean Brogan, and a kick-off here at the parade. It's a spectacular backdrop. The score at half-time, it's Matt Crouch for Adelaide leading 3-2. 20 to Dean Brogan about to start his 5-cone odyssey around the arc here, and if he can kick 4 goals, it's a showdown victory for Port Adelaide. Ned, you're behind Dean, and he's starting in the opposite pocket to Matt Crouch.
Well, this is massive. So he's about 20 metres out. He's tied up along the boundary, and he's going to go the snap.
All right, here we go. Let's have a look at how he executes it. Oh, he's hit the fat side. Is it going to score? Oh, no, it's gone out of bounds. In fact, it stayed in the field of play. So no score.
Dan, I do have to catch you. I don't want to kind of doorstop you, but you went the snap, you've bellied it, please. I mean, what would be going through your brain at the moment?
It's a lot easier on TV, but when you're doing it for real, it's actually quite hard.
Okay, well, you're a premiership player. I don't want to tell you what to do, but just take a deep breath from that moment, please.
So, shot at redemption here. He needs this. 25 out, 45-degree angle. That one looks like it's spinning better, but it's cannon into the post. So the minus score for Dean Brogan, the 2-sport superstar, is staring down the barrel here at the moment. Just the one behind registered thus far. So he's trotted right now directly in front. 25 out. We've got a good look at this one behind, and it has faded away for one behind. I mean, Ned, people may say uncharitable things about ruckman's kicking. You know, they do from time to time.
And for the most part, it's totally true, and we're seeing that today. This is where you need Kenny. This is Kenny's mate. Kenny would come in and motivate here, Will.
All right, let's have a look with the spirit of Ken.
Oh, beautiful.
Sees it drive through. That's a goal. So 1-1, Dean Brogan, as he moves to the final station. And this is all about percentage now.
And just spirit and just a bit of pride.
So he's going to go the check side. No one's managed to kick a goal from any of the pockets, as it turns out. So he just lays it across the boot, and it's a one behind. So it's Matt Crouch securing a showdown victory. It was one apiece this year. I'd say officially now it's 2-1 Adelaide. Ned, you're with Dean Brogan.
Dean, thoughts after that?
No, that was pretty poor. I think Fitzy called it out this morning, and he was right. Too old, too slow, too big, too unco.
Hey, Dean, you're here and Fitzy's not, though. Yeah. So, mate, you've got that over him. He didn't register a score this morning. Hey, gentlemen, thank you so much for supporting the Undie Drive. Ned, you're with Matt Crouch.
Matt Crouch, any thoughts after the win? Congratulations.
Thanks, Ned. It was funny to watch Brogue kick up some of them snaps, but it was a bit of fun and we enjoyed it. So, good fun.
God, it's a long distance down for ruckman, isn't it? Between hand and foot. It's a long distance. You look a little sore, mate. You look sore.
Yeah, well, I'm 47 now. I can barely touch my toes. But, it was all good. When you get put on the spot like that, it's quite nerve-wracking. When you haven't done it for a while, it's amazing we used to do that in front of 45,000 people most weeks. But, it's a skill that is hard.
Very good. Back to you, Will.
Magnificent work, Ned. Matt, Dave, appreciate you guys being part of the Undie Drive. Thank you. So much money was raised this morning for Catherine House in the Hutt Street Centre, which is all from us here at the parade. The Adelaide Football Club victorious in Showdown 3 in 2026. Back to you, Stacey.
Yeah, look, I don't know if we should count that on the official Showdown tally, but leave that one to the powers that be. Well done, boys. Thank you for that. Keep the donations coming in because tomorrow, don't forget, Frank Pangello's big expose on Will Gooding's diva antics at Channel 7. I cannot wait to see this. And we still have a few seats left, only a handful. I've just counted them. There's quite literally only a handful of seats left on the 5AA pageant bus, which will be doing a tour of Adelaide tomorrow. You've got to be here at Hindmarsh Square at 7:45 to get a seat on the bus. You need to donate at least $50 online, 5AAundieDrive.com.au, and make sure you get your $50 donation in. Put bus in your donation. Put it next to your name or just in one of the little lines there. If you put bus, we'll know you want a seat on the bus. Thank you so much to everyone who's donated today. Lucy Hood, MP for Adelaide, has donated $100. I don't know if she wants to come on the bus or not, but that'll give you 2 tickets, Minister. So if you'd like to come on the 5AA bus, you've bought your opportunity to do that. I have a feeling, though, she may have been entering the raffle, because we also had a raffle, a $300 Chanella's voucher for anyone who donates $20 or more. I know Chanella's is in her electorate. She's probably a regular frequenter of Chanella's herself. So huge thanks to Liam, Joanna and the team at my local butcher, Chanella's, 62 Prospect Road, Prospect. We've had so many donations for that. So I'm going to put my hand in the raffle bucket now to pull out a name. And we have Anne Cornelison. Congratulations to you. The $300 Chanella's voucher. That'll go far, especially at the moment. So well done to you. You will be eating some delicious Chanella's meats over the next few weeks. I think that's it. We've done the showdown. That's it for us today. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for that expose on Will Goodings. Have a great day, everyone.